everything, we have to cut in again. So 3, 2, 1. So just like the boxer's glove, we're gonna take this first part nice and easy. Oh, not enough counterweight. Remember, we're practicing here. Oh, I didn't do that one very well. Another counterweight. Ah, see, yeah, sometimes it happens. This first one is familiarization. So there's a lot of going around small U-turns. So the first three turns are very sharp. So we need to make sure we do nice and wide. Let's try that. So nice and wide on this. Okay, and then we got to turn. And I'm gonna go a little bit wider on this because of this part. And then we're gonna turn. Counterweight, give it some throttle. Now we can exit out. All right, let's go ahead and try to give it some speed now. And by speed, I mean this first part and this next part is difficult. Hey, we're getting into harder ones. Just wait until we get to Hardened Expert. Oh my geez. There we go. 16.61. I forgot if that's better or not, but that was for time. And now we're gonna jump into the next one. The kidney. Now the kidney, it's gonna be fun. It's basically a straight line weave with some turns. So let's go ahead and familiarize. We're gonna have to go all the way to these last cones, all the way around. And then we're gonna have to go wide on this part because it's pretty much a 360. And then we have to go around everything again and do the same thing for these. So nice and wide, counterweight. You guys are gonna have fun with that one. That's a tough one. Now the secret is smooth, okay? So 30 seconds basically, 29 seconds, here we go. Secret is smooth. We can get some speed on these straightaways though. So let's get some speed. We can cut off some time right there. So wide. Turn, wide. Now this is where we can get some speed. Okay, wide. A little too wide. It set me up a little weird. Secret is to turn those handlebars as quick as possible. All right, so we cut off about 4 seconds. Okay, let's see if we can get to 22. All right, same thing. Now for time. So counterweight. Turn those handlebars quick. That's the secret, is turning those handlebars quick. You gotta turn them. That means you gotta shift your body weight quicker. Oh, I didn't turn the handlebars that quick. I didn't turn it. See how I turn them late? Yeah, that's the problem. Did we get to 22? 25. That's good enough. Whew. All right, we're doing official times here, guys. All right, guys, the next one is the triple threat. We're gonna jump into the triple threat. So 3, 2, 1, familiarize. So around all of these, around these two cones. Don't hit the cone. Familiarizing myself, I was looking at the phone. All right, okay. And the last part's like the bootlace, okay. So let's build upon what we already know, okay? Last part's the bootlace. That's pretty simple. I could just tell myself that when I get to that last part. 24.96. Whew. All right, my friction zone hand is getting tired. Here we go. 3, 2, 1 for warm up. So around this part, around these two cones, and then it's a circle basically. And then it's the bootlace. So we have to go all the way to the outside and exit out. There it is. All right, 19.99. Interesting. All right, so 3, 2, 1 for time. All right, so around these, around this last one, through after the second one, now it's the bootlace. There it is. 18.57. All right, guys, that's gonna be my official time. You guys need to beat it. All right, we're finally jumping into the hard ones. It is the anaconda. Let's jump into it, familiarization. So around this cone, and here's the thing, we have to go around this cone, so now it's a tight turn, but we have to go to the right of this next cone, and then around this cone. Counterweight, guys, counterweight. And then all
There we go.
without looking at your phone, which is on your handlebars.
As soon as I touched the mic, the software just died. It was weird. I was going to touch it. I was like, hey, guys, let's just go ahead and get going. Let's just go ahead and do our thing. We'll just do it live. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? I see Colin here, Weasel. Harry, good to see you again. How you doing? Stantler16, are you still in here? See that you it's the first time you've been able to catch a live. But yeah, this is the anaconda. So we got a whole bunch here.
All right.
We have a whole bunch.
21.64. All right, 21.6.
A whole bunch.
Beat that. That was for time.
These are all the drills right here on the right. If you notice, it's unlisted.
Ooh. I gave it a lot of rear brake accidentally right there.
So let's go ahead and head into the office. Is it gonna just instantly teleport me? Let's find out. No, I'm gonna take the elevator and I'm here. What is up, everybody? There's the sound. Yes, we had some technical difficulties. It's just the way things work sometimes. It's random. It's probably because I keep skipping the updates on these, and I'm probably about 10 updates behind. I hate updating. Like, I usually get into the office, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll update, like, right before the live stream. That's a bad idea to do some updates on your software before a live stream. Things just go wonky. So I'll probably have to do that after this live stream. We're starting a little bit earlier. Typically, it's 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We start these things. We're going to start it at 10 because we're going to do 3 videos. I want to try, we got 2 old MotoStars video. They haven't posted one this week. So we're going to use 2 of them that are old. One of them's like 2 years old, and one of them's about 11 years old, or 11 months. 11 months years old. Something like 330 days old. You know how like moms will say, my son is 34 months old. 36 months old. It's like your kid's 3. Anyways, where am I going with that? Yeah, we're just we're gonna go over something, and there's a third video, and it's from, I have it set up here. I haven't used his videos. He's been putting out more constant stuff. Anybody know that intro music right there? Right? Crash Bandito NL. He's been posting some stuff, a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of the same things that MotoStars puts out. But that's usually how it goes. You know, if I try to watch a Moto Madness, MotoStars, maybe this guy, Crash Bandito, like the same video for the week, you'll see some similarities. It's just that Crash Bandito, the reason why I haven't used his because he likes to talk on his videos. And so when we're talking about fair use with MotoStars, it's very easy because he doesn't talk, and it's just mainly Crash stuff. So we're going to be playing along with Crash Bandito. We're going to pretend he is a second commentary type person. Let's think of him as the, let's say he's over there, and he's like putting out the video. He's like, hey guys, this is what's up. So he does the little intro, and then we we kind of chat with that, because the whole goal with this is, I mean, I get a lot of DMs, I get a lot of emails saying, hey, please go over my crash videos. But guys, on top of, I mean, that's just a ton of work to put it all. I've done it before where I'm like, it would take me like 2 weeks to come up with like 15 clips from people sending it in. And I used to have like a Google form where people can send it in too. And it's just a pain in the butt on top of having to do the actual educational part. And so it'd been really cool if I could just hire like Moto Stars. That'd be kind of cool. So I don't do that. And so you have to add an extra layer of content. You have to add an extra layer of the different pillars of the of fair use. And so it has to be like a parody commentary, has to change the market for it, has to do a few other things. And so you have to hit all 4 on top of that. And even then it's not always secure. But that was the whole point, is that, you know, with Moto Stars, they just put out the regular content, and then I add in like those 4 pillars and then some with commentary, and it makes it to where it's fair use because I'm completely talking about education. With Crash Bandito, he talks in it, so you have to do a little extra. I don't want to be one of those React channels. You guys know those React channels that you just like watch. It's basically just like a watch party. Well, that's illegal. 1, that's illegal, and 2, why? Why do that? It's lazy. And so I created a whole freaking system of the Smart Router principles, and I mean, not just for this, I did it because I wanted to, but I created a whole system of the plan method, actually doing some real life commentary, pausing it, changing the market and everything to purely educational. I'm not sitting here going like, whoa, dude, like that was insane. Let's see the next clip. Like that's the only commentary you produce. That's not good enough. And so like I do a little bit extra, and that's why some people in the comments are like, just watch the video. And it's like, well, if you want to watch the video, just watch the video. Like we're doing something different here. But with Crash, let's go to, hey, look at that, full teleport. I guess it goes backwards that way. So here's Crash Bandito. I love his intro. It's pretty fun. I might have to hire somebody to do an intro for me. Look at that stash. So yeah, we're gonna probably go over this, and even right here with the fair use stuff, I'd have to talk over it. And like I made a commentary about his mustache. You know, that's good enough right there. So right here, does not promote nor show content that encourages harmful. They do this with these crash violations because with the YouTube algorithm and the monetization side of everything, is that if the intro, the first 15 to 20, 30 seconds, that's usually when they'll flag you if you say or show anything that's wrong. YouTube and Google and all that stuff, their AI and all that stuff is really good. So if you say the F word in the first like 5 seconds, it's gonna be flagged for like harsh language or something like that, and you'll get demonetized. So if you show a crash right at the beginning, you'll get demonetized. That's why Moto Stars, when they post they don't even do much of the crazy crashes at the beginning, and they have like a bunch of stuff on top, so it doesn't get flagged. So that's why they do that. I'm just showing you some behind the scenes stuff as a person. So he talks in it. So this is kind of what he does. We're gonna watch this first part, and he's gonna talk about it. But I like that he puts like where it's at. He actually adds a lot to it. So then I'm like, well, there's not much I can add to it outside of my spin on it, and that's usually good enough with fair use.
In Los Angeles was practicing for an upcoming Moto TT when things went sideways.
So I don't even know half the stuff he's saying. A Moto TT, like, I don't think this guy's really practicing for much. So I'm assuming like these guys when they submit their videos, I'm sure Crash Bandito like has like give me some context behind it, and I'm sure this is what the guy said he's doing. So like stuff like that. So I'm already giving fair use content. So let's take a look. We've already seen this one too. How you doing, Moto Gaga? So imagine that right there. That kind of sucks. But let's just, Crash Bandito, when he adds a little extra commentary to it.
Too hard into a sharp turn, right before merging onto a busy highway. A heart-stopping near miss with oncoming traffic, saved only by one incredibly alert Toyota Camry driver.
Now, is that the Camry driver, Victor Lang, or is that the rider? That's kind of cool that, I mean, is this the Camry driver?
The rider was okay, but the bike was totaled.
Okay. So he gives a little bit more context. Who knows if that's even true? On some of these, he'll say like, what would you do? He asks questions like, so I mean, we could play along with that, but he does a lot. So let's take a look. I like how he does. That's a little bit dangerous already. So we've already seen this one.
A biker cruising through Orlando, Florida, spots something dangerous. A car swerving at just 35 miles per hour on the highway. Lights off.
So it gives like some context to it, and I think that's pretty interesting. And we'll play around with that, and we'll just add the plan method to everything. But it's almost like I'm watching Cops. So let's see. So I like how he adds
things, but more.
So I think he might have pulled these from the original video. So he did a lot of work. I don't want to like take away from his stuff, so we got to add to it. So went a little wide on this one, dumped the bike.
In this particular incident, we don't have a clear answer on what exactly caused the crash.
So like when he says stuff like that, it's like, well, then we're going to diagnose as much as we can on this, right? So let's see, because he did the comments. So we can kind of, I love how he does this, so we can actually go over. So I mean, we will do like a fair use type thing. We don't want to pull from Crash Bandito, but guys, and here's the thing. Let's go ahead and throw him some love. He's got 1.24 million. Oh shoot, he's got more subscribers than me. Jeez, man, what the heck, dude? So let's give him a little bit of love here. You know, Crash Bandito. Have you guys seen this guy before? I've seen him for about a year or two. I mean, I've been subscribed to him for a while. And there's some stuff here. I mean, he puts out, what is it, like one every week. He hasn't put one out this last week. Oh, that's the For You. So let's go to videos. Let's see what he does. 2 days, 11 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 1 month, 2 months. So about one a week, one every 10 days. Let's say that. One every 10 days. So 3 a month. You have not seen, you have and you haven't? Okay. So we're gonna play along with that. That's gonna be the third video today. We have others. These other ones are Moto Stars. So we got that one. Let's go ahead and put the other one up here. This is the one that's the thumbnail. Let's do that one second. Let's see how they put the warning. It's the first 2 seconds. 2 seconds. They don't show the actual crash here because they don't want it to get flagged. So that's going to be the thumbnail. She fell off the bike. It's a beautiful area. Sucks that she fell off the bike, though. We're just going to leave that there. Let's go back to the office. Teleport. Here we go. Let's give some updates here, guys. Let's give some updates. The first season, this is the first big update. The first season of the Smart Rider games has concluded. I don't know if Motogaga's still on here, but she's a part of it. We had multiple people submit their stuff. I think it's 15 different participants in the first season. 15 participants, and yes, there's standings. Let's go ahead and bring this. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Let's go ahead and bring up the Smart Rider games. I'm gonna update this. We're gonna go back in here. Let's boom instant. Okay, so this is the Riding Smart website. This is gonna be another update. I'll talk about it, but it's gonna be the membership site. Well, right now you still can get the 8 drills that were part of season 1. You weren't able to put the last drill? That's fine. That's fine. Hey, guess what? All 15 participants are going to get a challenge coin anyways. I'm going to be sending an email this week asking for your shipping address. So it's all closed right now, so you can't submit. But we did have like a point system when it came to it. So there will be a leaderboard of the top 10. There will be I'll do all of them because I think everyone got points. So anybody that got points, we'll make a leaderboard, and we're starting the leaderboard. This is the first season, so now this is the leaderboard. I'm gonna see if I can get like the best times per drill, and then that's gonna be like the leaderboard. So there's gonna be season 1 leaderboard with your points. Say, hey guys, this is where you landed. But then I'm creating an actual like a full on from now on till we finish the games, hopefully in 72 years. The best times. And so like the best times for the lefty loosey, best times for the 2-pole run, all those different drills, we're going to have the best times with the best riders. Okay. So probably my goal is to maybe do the top 3 for each one. And I'm pulling that. And my times, yeah, I mean, you guys beat my times, so I'm not even top 3 on some of these. And I'm gonna give myself an excuse here. How about that? I was just trying to show you guys. I how to do it. I wasn't really trying. I didn't even put myself in the standings. You know, I wasn't even trying. I was just trying to teach, and you guys are trying your best. I mean, you guys did great. It was really cool to watch the videos. I have some learning lessons here for myself when it comes to, because I'm a one-man person. So I'll talk a little bit about that. But I'm gonna have the top, 10 people for the season 1, and then I'm gonna have like an ongoing leaderboard when it comes to the best times for each drill. And I'm hoping to, because we got 24 drills now. I'm hoping to get the best times for each of the 24 drills, and it'd be kind of cool to have just a setting here, or like a landing page or something where it just shows our best times. And I think that's really cool. And that's something I pulled from when I was a power lifter. I mean, and it's with any kind of like, competition where sometimes they have like state records, national records. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to create a record system for the drills. And funny enough, I looked up the Arizona state records for NASA, the powerlifting organization, and my records still stand. Yes, they still stand from 2013 as a 148-pound man for the deadlift, squat, and bench. Still the intermediate Arizona champion, still holding the record, which is kind of sad, because if somebody just goes in there and outlifts me, they can do it. I wasn't even that strong. But I think I got like a 981 total poundage for all 3 lifts. But yeah, I'm gonna update this. It's taking me a little bit of time. I got a lot of stuff to do this week, personal and business. Personal. What's this? No, disable for the site. Let's not do that. And so I'm gonna update this. I'm gonna update with a season 2. And so one of the lessons learned from the first season is 8 weeks is a lot. It's a lot. So we're gonna do 4-week seasons. We're gonna do. I was gonna do 2 8-week seasons a year. Now we're gonna do 4 4-week seasons a year, and I'm gonna mix them up a little bit, because I started off with some of the easies and beginners on this one, and so I'm gonna mix it up. We're gonna do like 1 easy, 1 intermediate, 1 hard, 1 expert, and or something like that. And so we're gonna do that, and so I'm gonna update this thing when season 2 starts, or gets close to it, and it's going to have 4 drills instead of the 8 drills. And what I want to do is launch season 2 August 1st. Not August 1st, because that's a Friday. I want to keep it. Let's see, what's August 6th? Yeah, so 6. Yeah, we'll do August 6th. August 6th will be the second season. It's only going to be 4 weeks. And I'm going to give everybody that's on this, that has downloaded something like this, and then anybody that's on Riding Smart, I'm going to give them an update well before of what the 4 drills will be, so you guys can start practicing, or even filming it if you want, get ahead of the game, and then just submit it just like we have the submission forms here. So, yeah, so the lessons learned, it was just a lot to keep up. Going through every video, having to collate everything, and it was 15 participants. So imagine if there's like 100, 200, 300, 1,000 participants. I think at that point I would have to get some help. Even at 100, I have to get some help. But it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. It was tough to keep up, and I'm still behind on giving people their Discord roles that have participated. So I'll be in that email. I'm going to asking people what their Discord name is, so I can give you guys a Discord role. And yeah, so there's a lot going on there. What else? What else do we got? What else we have planned? Oh yeah, the Smart Rider Training Manual. My goal, and I've mentioned it before, was that it's gonna be completed by June 30th. I gave myself a month and a half, and went filming a couple times. And guess what? Cameras just died. It's been like 110, 113 degrees out. Cameras just overheat. I can handle the heat. The bike can handle the heat. It's Honda, and I'm just used to it, just hydrate and everything, and just try to film as best you can. But then the cameras will die halfway through the video. So that kind of sucks. So I'm like, okay, I got to leave super early in the morning or do it in the evening. I can't do it like at 9 o'clock in the morning. I have to do it at like 6 in the morning. And so that's kind of disrupted my schedule. I wasn't anticipating that because I have a lot of stuff to do in the mornings. And so now I have to like shift film first in the mornings and then go work out, which I've done in the past, and it's really tough. And it's not just workout, it's other things, but it's like, oh man, I'm dehydrated. Now I'm going to go work out and have a crappy workout. That's not fun. So what I have been doing, let's go ahead and bring it up here. Let me go ahead and show you the courses. This is for the Smart Rider crew. I'm giving the Smart Rider crew some updates right here. It's a lot easier to do that. Let's see. So these are the courses. It's kind of hard to see. These are the courses so far. Why is this Adobe thing? Never display. Get out of here. So if you noticed, Smarter Drill, Smarter Training Manual, Motorcycle Test Prep Course, Motorcycle Gear 101, Learn to Ride Anywhere, the Apartment Edition, and a Ride Along with Dan and the Fireman. Have you guys been here long enough to remember what Ride Along with Dan and the Fireman was? That is me actually riding out in different scenarios, utilizing the plan method and talking really fast, talking as fast as I can think. So that's going to be its own course for different riding scenarios. And the whole point was the Smart Rider Training Manual is to have all these courses in one. So here's like all the different courses. So here's the Motorcycle Gear 101, Motorcycle Test Prep, Learn to Ride Anywhere. The goal with the Ride Anywhere was there's going to be the Apartment Edition, the Neighborhood Riding Edition, and then we have the Parking Lot Edition, the Real World Riding Scenarios, Light Traffic, Highway, Mountains, Heavy Traffic, Night, Essential Downloads, so you get the drills, Rescue Card, Rescue Booklet. So the manual, think of it as like it's quite literally everything. So since I've fallen behind and I didn't finish completely the manual, I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and simplify as much as I possibly can. And we're just going to have the Motorcycle Gear 101, which I got to change this thumbnail out. I just saw that. The Motorcycle Gear 101. Gosh, look at that old beard. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. I made that thumbnail different. There we go. Hit save. Different one. Okay. Perfect. So what I decided to do is at 100 dry heat or humidity, it's like 110 dry heat, no clouds. So straight high, like the highest UV index you can have. No wind. So like the cameras just straight up die and overheat. I was trying to figure out how to put an umbrella over the camera to keep it in the shade. Still can't figure it out. So what I'm doing now is instead of just launching one big boy over here, the Smart Rider Training Manual, I'm cutting it up. And so there's the Apartment Edition, Gear Edition. I'm going to work on the Test Prep. That's the one I was working on because I was in a parking lot, and it just straight up, my cameras just died. I got like 2 exercises out of the Test Prep, and then on the second video, halfway through it died, and it sucked. And then I'm going to do the Ride Along with Dan and the Fireman, and that's going to be the training scenarios, like city traffic and all that stuff. So right now, Motorcycle Gear 101, Learn to Ride Anywhere, the Apartment Edition is live. The Smart Rider drills are live. This is the new 24 drills that are live. And I'm going to work on the Test Prep and the Ride Along. And then I'm going to work on the Neighborhood Edition also. So the whole idea, give you some updates. I know things change a lot. You guys know how this goes. I'm trying to simplify as much as I can when it comes to this so that you guys have a better experience on top of it works for me too, you know, because it's a lot of work on top of everything else. Real blessed, not complaining. And so what we're doing here with the site is that I'm going to update this site, and this is going to be a members only site. So there's not going to be this right here. So I'm going to take this off. So you can't get the Smart Rider drills or the training manual as a standalone course. All that's going to be available is here. The Smart Rider membership, Smart Rider crew membership. So it's going to be a straight membership site. It's all digital courses, digital downloads. I'm going to focus on newsletters, and that's kind of it. I'm going to focus on courses and newsletters to keep you guys updated. That's it. The Discord is going to be fun too. That's free for everyone. But this is the straight membership site. So thank you guys that have joined. We have quite a few members that have joined. In fact, let me go ahead and check. I want to keep you guys updated. This is fun. All right, let me go here. Members. We have 53 members. Oh, I'd love to get a members only jacket. I used to have those all the time. I used to have like about, what was it? I used to have like 3 or 4 members only jackets. They're great. So we have 53 members at the founder level. Now the founder discount is $60 a year. That's going to be ending. So now it's going to, you guys got in, that's great. Now it's going to be $120 a year. But the goal is to keep doing those courses and getting you guys courses, keeping you guys updated on newsletters. And I want to work on a rescue course. I want to be able to do more stuff. And then once the membership really blossoms and the temperature actually drops a little bit, my goal is to launch a local chapter. And so we're doing online, but then we're going to have like a local thing, and that's going to help out with content and creating new things and like the Smart Rider games and kind of being in the thick of it to see how this really works. But we're working hard on this. You got the Gear 101, Learn to Ride, and then I'm going to be working on these other ones. And in fact, let's go ahead and do a new course. I'm going to show you guys a little behind the scenes. Let's do Rescue 101. Let's not do that. Let's hit next. That's primary color. Let's do that. Let's do that. No thumbnail yet. It's going to be free because it's going to be members only. All right. So I'll be working on the module. So we got that. So Rescue 101, ride along, motorcycle test prep. So really what this kind of shows me is I'm going to work on the test prep, the ride along, and then Rescue 101. So we're going to be having, like, these are all the courses that the members will have, plus the announcements. All right, so now that this is going to be taken off, this is going to be taken off, but it's, you guys still get the courses. It's really just going to be a membership site. Members get the courses. You can't buy them standalone. Simple as that, right? All right, let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. And then I just ordered, it's going to take a while. It's going to probably be the end of the month before I get them in. But I just ordered the brand new booklets. So this one right here is going to go away. This one, once they sell out, they're going to go away. I have a brand new booklet. It's like this booklet and this booklet combined. It's not going to be called the Smart Rider Games anymore. That was fun. I think the games are just going to be that competition. It's not going to be a booklet or anything like that. It's going to be 24 drills that look like this. There's some new ones. So it's a better format, has QR codes. You know, in fact, I'll just show you guys. Let's just do that. Where are we at? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Do this. Oh, let's go back. PDF. There we go. All right. Oh, let's get me out of the way. Let's go ahead and let's do this. All right. Smart Rider motorcycle training drills. So that's the cover page, inside page. So it looks a little bit like this one, but we have some new updates. So here we have the video, the balloon. Yeah, so far the same. It has my time on it, so it's giving you like, hey, I think I can beat DanDan's time, which you guys better. You guys better beat my time. And it has the videos. So we have some new ones. We have a new one right here, the jellyfish. It's a different, the bootlace is wide. This one you got to cut in. Trust me, it's a little different. Got the orbit. That's fun. Snake, same one. Tuning fork is a new one. Zigzag, you guys remember the zigzag? That was fun. Kidney, yeah. Triple threat, that's an old one. Anaconda. The beggar is a new one. Rabbit ears, dizzy bike, crisscross. That used to be called something else, but we're calling it the crisscross now. Octothorpe, hot air balloon, loop to loop, roller coaster is a new one. So we have some new ones. This is the last page, and then here's the back page. Let's get out of here. And so that right there is a digital download. A digital download. Digital download. So right now the digital download, you can actually get it. I ordered the physical booklets of that. and that's going to come in by the end of the month. So if you want to get the digital download, it's linked at the top of the chat. It's linked at the top of the chat. So this is what it looks like right here. So we're going back to, it's Shopify, right? So here's the digital download. You can do the digital download. You can do the booklet only. This is the older booklet. Like I said, once the new ones come in, these are going to be replaced. But I also added the booklet and cones to this one. But the digital download is 19. Same thing as the other website. Same price. 24 drills. So I need to change this one. I need to change that to 21 plus. But we got 91 5-star reviews. I got a 3-star. What the heck? Who said the 3-star? Should be published with better, preferably water-resistant material with a well, don't take it out in the rain. For solid info, but definitely recommend higher quality materials. Okay, good feedback. That's good. You also get the digital download if you buy the booklet. So it is what it is. You can put it on your phone. So you can get that now. So what else? See how we have a lot going on? What else? So membership site. It's going to be just straight membership site. Smart Rider Games have concluded season 1. I'm going to be working on getting info from everybody that participated. Season 2 will start August, I think we said 6th. And then what is it? And then the digital booklet is on the new is on the Shopify website, so it's a digital download. Ordered some books, so that you guys, if you want to get the books, I'll let you know when they come in, and I'll change up the stuff on the website. What else? Oh, I'll probably be moving. Let's go back to the office. Let's do that. I'll probably be moving. I have to talk and give my 30 days and whatnot today. I'll be moving, and so that's going to take some of my time. And we're working on new courses, so I have a month basically to move and stuff. I've been at my place for about 2 years, and it's ready for a change. I'm ready for a change, and so we're going to go ahead and do that. Things are going to be cooling off. My birthday's in 2 weeks. We got some good videos today. And so, yeah, just kind of focused on a lot of that stuff. See you later, Motogaga. I'll still be in Tucson. Yeah. This month, I wanted to do a physical challenge for the Smart Rider crew. I wanted to do a physical challenge, so a workout challenge. But I think this month's gonna be focused on me. But I'll just I'll keep everyone updated when it comes to the new things on the website. So we have, like I said, let's make it simple. Okay. Membership, Smart Rider Crew, online motorcycle club, and then the store. That's it. Tuesday live stream when we're doing this. Thursday after the ride live stream when we're doing that. Pretty cool. So we did a great 8-week run for the first season. Now we can rest a little bit. And then we're going to get back into it in August when it comes to the new season. And then by then, the new drills will be out. So we're going to be doing that. And then when it comes to the Smart Rider training manual, like I said, I broke it up in all these different courses. Once I have all the courses done, those separate ones, the goal is to turn all those separate courses into a physical Smart Rider training manual. So that will probably be something that I'll try to get done by the end of the year. Because I have to design it all. That's a lot of work. So let's be realistic on our goals here. All right, Daniel. Jeez. I always burn myself out when it comes to doing a lot of stuff, and then all of a sudden something external in life pops up, and I'm like, ugh, I really needed every day to be perfect to get these things done. And so I'm going to take my time, work every day, focus work every day. It's a lot of work. It's tough, but it's great. And I think if the manual really comes out in the fall, I think that's best because, well, a lot of you guys live up north and riding. This is riding season. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. For me, riding season's in the wintertime. Oh, I definitely have ADHD. I definitely do. I think I was actually diagnosed with it, but I don't need medication. Or at least I told myself I wasn't going to take any. One second. Let's make some adjustments. Let's see. Yeah. There it is. We need more hobbies and tasks to obsess over. Yes. You need a Rolodex of tasks too and hobbies, because once one kind of goes away with the dopamine, you got to get another one. That's been a hard part when it comes to discipline, you know. Ooh, that's not a bad idea for the After the Ride podcast. What do you guys want to talk about? I mean, I have stuff. Last week was very much a reframe of mind, and I've been practicing it. Oh, yeah, let's give an update. Let's give an update on the weekend. Tell me, you guys, write in the chat what you guys did this weekend too. Okay, I usually do that. I really wanted to get, because I had a whole list of stuff I had to do this week, so I was just kind of updating you. I had to ship some orders. I have to do some tax stuff. I got a $40 tax return from Arizona State, which is great, even though I pay out my butt for everything. I have a great accountant, but still, it's ridiculous. I have to do thumbnails for the courses. I have to convert the Writing Smart to the Smart Writer Crew, bulk edit some descriptions, create base design for the Smart Writer Training Manual, finish the SRG standings, Smart Writer Game standings, new Smart Writer Games landing page, a bunch of other stuff. And so this weekend, though, I was going to bring this up. If you guys are following me on Instagram, you'll see a little bit. But I was hanging out. Do this. I did the fireball, or had the fireball. Just kind of hanging out with my buddies. Firefighters from back home. I'm over here dancing on the dance floor. You can barely see, but that's me in the middle. I think I posted that on Instagram, but I don't know if I posted for close friends only. It's hard to see. It was really dark in there. That's me on the middle. You can see the bald head a little bit, the white shirt. There's only 6 seconds of it, but I was dancing for dozens of minutes. What else? I took my girlfriend with me. We had a good time. We had a great time. It was a great weekend. Let's go back to the office. It was a great weekend. So that's what I did. She is pretty. Great weekend. Had a lot of fun. What's this weekend? This weekend, 4th of July. Hopefully you guys stay safe. I can give you the firefighter spiel when it comes to fireworks. Don't blow your hand off. Don't aim it at people. You know, like the freaking little rockets. Don't aim them at people. You can blow an eye out easy. It's very easy to blow off your fingers and blow up your hand. If you have dogs, keep them inside. Because you'll be surprised how high they can jump over a fence if they get that scared. You don't want to lose a dog, because they're going to be freaking out. If you can and they tolerate it well, give them some CBD oil. Don't overdo it. They might get diarrhea, but it'll calm them down a little bit. Kind of hang out with them. Don't yell at them. They'll be freaking out. You might not hear the firework, but they will. It's kind of weird how they can hear like somebody walking up to the door before they ring the doorbell. I don't get that. So there's that. And so I'll be working probably through the weekend on some things. And then the weekend after that, I'll be out of town. I'm going to go to Medieval Times. I'm excited about that. Kayaking in the morning, Medieval Times in the evening. Yeah, that's going to be fun. And then I got to get, I'll probably be packing this weekend, to be honest, because I have a month to like get everything down. If you guys saw like in After the Ride podcast, you see my living room with all the lights and the fake veneer brick wall and everything. I got to take all that stuff down. I got to pack. I got to do all this stuff. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna put that stuff on the new place. I like it. It's just, I don't know. We'll see how. It's a pain in the butt to kind of put it up. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Stocked on firewood for winter, and I changed your front brakes, line of fluid. Nice, nice. Worked out at the gym. Went to an open house for a company my husband bought his bike from, and then stayed home. Very nice, Lizzie. Recovering from surgery. Oof, Jeff. You like riding fall and spring summers are difficult due to height. Yeah, same here, Andreas. It's just too hot. I would love to. I like doing it. Some melatonin treats for the 4th. Borthers. Yeah. Poison ivy. Gives your dogs Benadryl. That works. What do you think of a Suzuki V-Strom 650X T? I mean, V-Stroms are good. Was that the kind of like a dual sporty thing? Yeah, if you're a big guy, yeah, I mean, like anything that's dual sport, make sure you have good like long legs or you can balance a bike well. If you're short on a taller bike, it's hard to, like, when you come to a slow speed or a stop, to kind of balance, just because you have this fear of dropping the bike. So you really want to have a good skill set when it comes to slow speed on a bike that you can't flat foot with both feet. So that's why the Smart Rider drills are great, because you can kind of slow it down and practice like the balance of the bike and everything. And when you get into a parking lot, it's time to park. You're like just kind of cruising slow speed while everyone else is paddle walking. So that's really good. I should watch Brazilian videos. Driving in Brazil is just insane. Lane splitting at 100 miles. Yeah, I've seen some of those. I've seen a lot of the Brazilian cops on bikes chasing down other motorcyclists, and it's absolutely insane. I love it. V-Strom 650 rode a while back, my brother's sport bike, but never had a license, but I do. Yeah, I mean, I love dual sport bikes. How you doing, Exposed Moto? How you doing? So we're gonna jump into these because I do. Do. One second. Talking, so like I use Rebrandly for like my redirects and the links in the description, and they just like messed me up. They locked 2 of my workspaces, so I can't even update things. So I'm talking to them. It's stupid. So yeah, I had a great weekend. So we're gonna jump into the office. I think we got pizza. I mean, we will. Oh, geez. This is how it feels when I like talk to regular people. We have pizza, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to eat it if we don't get at least 50 likes. There's 50 of you in here, and there's not even 50 likes. So I'll see you guys in the classroom. All right. 34 likes. I mean, members get to eat no matter what. So, just me, Ninja Noob, Harry. You guys get to eat no matter what. We got Costco today. I was near Costco yesterday. Put in an order. They delivered it. They do it for me. They don't do it for normal people. They do it for the Smart Rider crew. Dave from Elk Road. How you doing, Dave? It's good to see you again. I remember you. How you doing? How you doing, Dave? So we got some new people in here. My girlfriend says she's reading the comments. She's like, "Who's pretty? Did you show? Wait a second. Did you show pictures?" Yeah. I mean, I clean up well. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, she's texting me right now. Let's go ahead. Let's get her out of the photo. Let's just put me. I look good. Let's go ahead and do that. Look at that face. Look at that. Look at that. Look at me. Look at those eyes. Let's do that. Look at that. Professional headshot, man. Where's the beards? I want a beard sponsor. I love Live Bearded, but I don't use much product, so I would probably have to. Let's turn this music down. Jesus, is that loud? No, it's not that loud. It's still good. I don't use like shampoos anymore. I probably should, but I keep it so short I don't need to. The whole point of that is to keep the skin moisturized underneath, but now I just dry it off. I used to have a problem with that. So I wouldn't mind getting, what is it, Manscaped? I wouldn't mind getting Manscaped for like a beard trimmer as a sponsor. I keep hearing good things about them. And my biggest thing when it comes to like companies like this, I remember when they first came out, I think they reached out to me and I'm like, I want something more established in terms of, because some people come out with like products and then they like disappear after 2 years. And I don't want to like put that on you guys and it's like, oh, they're gone. But they've been around forever now. Like at least 10, like what, 8 years? They've been around. They got like a 4th version of their trimmer. So I'm thinking about contacting them, seeing if I can get a beard trimmer. Because I also trim everywhere. Because I'm a hairy guy except for up here. Got to show off the muscles, right? Manscaped's a scam? Why do you say that? They seem to be getting... I've only heard good things. I wonder why they're a scam. Did the beard ever interfere with the firefighter rigs? I know in the military they had men clean shave. So I wasn't allowed to have a beard as a firefighter. I guess a little story time. We'll have a little bit of a story time. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to have a beard because of the SCBA, this self-contained breathing apparatus. It covered like this. So like this part of the beard would have interfered with it, the seal. So we couldn't have that. And you can only have a mustache. And you can only have it like that. It couldn't go past the crest of the lip per policy. So like that's the most it could do. And it couldn't go past like that. So it was like I can only have, how do I do it? It's hard to do with the camera. I can only have like that. And it was lame. It was lame. And so I got in trouble a lot because I always pushed it. I had a handlebar I first had a handlebar mustache. And my captain told me to shave it after like a month because he's like, hey, the chief just told me I had to tell you. I'm like, all right, fine. And so I reread the policy and I was like, okay, it can't go past the crest of the lip and it can't go past here because of the SCBA. And the whole thing was the SCBA seal. And so I grew a mustache and then I grew handlebars. So they're all twisty. They look stupid, but it was fun. I was just messing with them. But I didn't have it like come out here. It just like ended here. It was just long from here. It looked good. I think it looked good. I was probably looking like an idiot. But they told me to shave it. I'm like, all right, put me through a fit test. And so all I did was like, because they're like, it was sticking out. It was like that, whatever. And so I just pushed it in, put the SCBA on. And so I had like hair just kind of like doing this. And passed it. And they still do, okay, now we just don't want you to have it. I'm like, oh, well, where's the policy then? It's not something smart to do, but I was defiant. And they're like, well, if you don't like the policy, write a new one. And I'm like, okay. So I wrote a whole new grooming and grooming standard policy, and I copied it basically from Phoenix Fire, added a few other things because my brother had a lot of tattoos and they had to cover them up. And I was like, okay, well, tattoos are acceptable and this other stuff. And then piercings, certain piercings can be acceptable because we had some women on the fire department. I didn't want metal or yeah. So anyways, I tried to put that in and I sent it in through my captain, and they had a huge captains and chiefs meeting and they denied it. And I'm like, I was like, one, you told me I need to shave, did it. Two, you said I couldn't have it because of the SCBA, and I passed the fit test. There was no problems with it. Three, you're like, now we just don't want you to have it. And then four, they're like, write your own new policy. Five, I wrote a new policy. And then six, they denied it. And then I had a different captain, because I went to the captain's meeting. It was at City Hall, and I sat in on it because I wrote the policy, and just in case they needed like somebody to, explain certain details about it, why I chose what I chose. Never got called on it. He just straight up said no. And then a different captain that was there, that wasn't my captain, was like, you need to shave your mustache because of the policy that we have. And I just like looked at him. He was an acting captain. He wasn't a real captain. He was an engineer that was acting captain that day. And I just looked at him. I was like, you're not my captain. You can go talk to my captain. I'm not listening to you. I just did that. And he's just like, but I'm a captain. He's like, I don't care. You're not my captain. You're not even a real captain. I was just like being an ass. I don't like being told what to do. It's probably what got me in trouble a lot. And later that day, my captain told me to shave. I was like, all right, I'll shave. And then now I go to the Fireball last year and this year, because I left the Yuma Fire back in 2017 to come here to do a different fire department. And now I go to the Fireball. So we're talking, 7-8 years ago since last year and this year. And there's dudes with freaking handlebar mustaches, like big choppers and all this stuff. And I'm like, what the heck? Like even new guys, probies. I'm like, what the heck? And I guess they like laxed on the grooming standard. Like people with long hair, that was another thing. Is like you had to have short hair as a guy. Now people have long hair. And I'm like, what the heck? And so, yeah, that's my story about grooming when it comes to the fire service. As long as it doesn't interfere with safety, it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. I mean, there's a professional standard. Like, you don't want to have like a pink beard and like have like all this crazy crap in your beard. Okay, fine. Have like, or like this. I mean, my mustache was cool, but I get it. Maybe they didn't think it was cool. But like, you maybe don't have a mustache that you somehow like put beard wax that connects to your eyebrows or has like this weird like thing. I get that, because like now you're a public facing entity and you don't want to have issues, and there has to be some standards. But I mean, just like firefighting, there's mustaches everywhere. The tradition was you had a beard because they didn't have SCBAs back then, and they thought that beards helped out with smoke, which doesn't. It doesn't. But yeah, I would like talk to him like, dude, you guys, like back when my dad was a firefighter, you guys didn't even have bunker pants. You just had long coats. You had boots and long coats and regular pants underneath. It's like, calm down. What about fashion safety? What do you mean? They were jealous of my mustache. They were. They're just mad they couldn't grow one. And when I tested for Northwest Fire District here in Tucson, it was the second interview. It was the last interview in front of like captains and chiefs and the board, and you're like sitting like across the whole room on a single chair, and they're like behind a table, and I already passed like the physical part, the written part. I passed the first interview. This is the last one, so I'm all dressed up in like my nice suit, the same suit I was wearing in the Fireball. Dressed up in a nice suit, answered all the questions like, why do you want to serve? I was like, well, and I gave some great answers because I've been through the process before and I had experience and I knew what you should say, but you also want to embody the principles of a fire department too. You don't just say that's what you do. But anyways, I said everything right, and then at the very end they're like, do you have any questions for us? And I just sat there and I was like looking at all of them, and one of the guys, which turned out to be a captain that was going to be the head guy for the academy, I didn't know that at the time. He had this fucking mustache. He had this like sweet stash, and he was short and buff like me at the time. I'm short now. I just don't have the same muscles, but he had this sick mustache. And I was just like, I just asked, I was like, so can I grow a mustache like that during my probe year, or do I have to wait until after my probe year to grow that? Because I used to have a mustache. I shaved it for the interview. I was wondering if I can, like, when can I grow mine back out? And they just like all looked at each other and laughing. And then the guy that I was pointing to that had the mustache, he's like, I highly recommend you wait until after probationary year to grow one out. So I grew one out like at 3 months on my probe year. But then I left right at the end of the probe year for various reasons. I passed my probe test because like at the end of the year you're supposed to pass multiple tests throughout the year, but the final test, I was the second person to to take the test and pass the test, the physical portion, like showing the skill sets, and I had 3 weeks left on my probe year. And then I was like vested, and I was like, I'm resigning. I'm good. I was doing this already, and mental health and a few other things, so I left that. Kind of wish I stayed in though. Yeah, it is what it is. God has a plan. Yeah, mustache is mandatory to become a cop. You have to as a cop. You guys hear? We're just gonna give updates and everything. Do you guys hear? Let me throw this. Speaking of firefighters, yeah, pension, that would have been nice. If I stayed in, I would have a year, like 1.25 years left until I could retire and get 50% of my pension, or 50% of my salary as pension, and with cost of living adjustments the rest of my life. Yeah. But I pretty much, thanks to you guys and the stuff that we do here, I pretty much made enough to be comfortable. So I'm happy about that. But did you guys hear about the ambush on the firefighters in Idaho? Like 2 firefighters dead. One of them still in the hospital, but like 11 got shot, I think including civilians. You guys hear about that? In Coeur d'Alene, Idaho? Dude, that's... Who shoots at firefighters? I've heard, I mean, back when I was still a firefighter, there was like the average was roughly 100 to 110 firefighters that die in the line of duty every year. About 60% of them from heart attacks. And so that's why I was really big on the peer fitness training. I was a peer fitness trainer for the fire department, so that's why I was really big on that. I was like, guys, if 60% of us die on the job or because of the job, because some of them will die like off duty the next day of a heart attack. It's like if 60% of us die because of heart attacks, it's because we're not in shape and we're not getting good sleep. So like, here's what we got to do. But the other ones were straight up dying from like crashes on medical calls. That's why I tell you guys to ensure your own safety. And some of them were like very rare you would die in a fire, like a roof collapse and whatnot, because of our training was really good. Brush firefighters, they're the ones that kind of pad the statistics though. They get caught sometimes, and it's unpredictable with the wind changes and everything. So those wildland guys, huge respect. I couldn't do that. That's hard work. That's way more hard work than structural firefighting. But I've been hearing stories every now and then. There's like a firefighter that like went on a call, a paramedic went on a call. They're transporting a patient. She overdosed, gave her Narcan. She woke up in the back of the ambulance and stabbed the paramedic and killed him. There's so many things like that where all of a sudden you give them, because it's sometimes from drug overdoses. Like you give them Narcan, they wake up out of it and they're pissed. That's one of the things that we were taught, and I witnessed when somebody's ODing and you give them Narcan and takes them out of their OD, basically their high. They're pissed that you ruined their high, and they get combative, and then they throw up everywhere because of the Narcan. But they get extremely combative, and I believe in handcuffing Narcan patients and stuff. But sometimes we get on scene and cops aren't there yet, and we can't wait for cops to show up to do that because they're dying. So we do our thing, and Narcan, it's like give it 10 seconds, boom, they're out, and you can't wait. So like usually when that's happening, I'm there with a throw up bag and we're ready to restrain the patient if we need to. But yeah. But yeah, with the Coeur d'Alene firefighters, I guess the active shooter, I think they caught him. It's like a 20-year-old. I guess the kid set the fires on purpose, a brush fire on purpose, and just waited in an ambush style for the firefighters to show up, and just opened fired on them. Like who goes after firefighters? It's like literally our only job. The only thing we care about is making sure that you don't die. That's it. That's it. Like I've been on so many calls. I've been on a few. I've been according to CNN, right? It could have been something else, but I've been on a few calls where it was a drunk driver. It was a Marine. We lived in Marine Town, basically. Drunk driver, but he was like parked. Like this happens a few times. They'll just park in like some random spot when they're drinking, so they don't drive back on base drunk. So they're just like, I'm gonna sleep in my vehicle and I'll show up back. I'll set my alarm and show up at like 3 or 4 in the morning or whatever it is whatever they're doing. So they'll park, and then somebody will be driving by and then see that there's a parked car, because they'll probably leave it on because it's hot out. So they'll leave it on with the AC, and then just call it in and be like, hey, I see a vehicle just kind of sitting there. I don't want to see what it is. And so we show up. We'll show up first sometimes, because it's usually like a wellness check. And we'll show up and we recognize that, like, a lot of the firefighters are Marines too. And so we'll show up and we'll like look at him and we can tell he's a Marine, and the door will be unlocked. And we'll just like kind of knock and be like, hey man, what's up? He's like, dude, like I'm drunk. Like I didn't want to drink and drive and get on the thing, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, okay, well, PD's on their way. So give me your keys and we're going to put them on the hood. Or we'll put them on the ground, like whatever it is. So technically, by law, he wasn't drinking and driving because the keys weren't in the vehicle. He was just sitting in his vehicle with alcohol. Like he was just drunk. So like we try to help out. It's like, because like if he got in trouble, like if he got caught with a DUI, they're gonna have to contact his CO and everything, and he's gonna get in big trouble. So we're like, don't do this again, dude. You're gonna kill someone and whatnot. But like there's people that are like, we don't want to tell you what we took. It's like, hey, did you take any recreational drugs? No. It's like, dude, I can tell you're strung up on something. Just tell us what you took, because we need to know if we need to have Narcan on board, or we need to know like what it's doing to your body, so we can have, just in case something's happening, because you call 911 because you're having a panic attack or your heart's racing. You know, if you have a heart attack, we need to know it was a drug versus a biological thing that you normally have, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't care. We're not going to tell the cops. I don't care. And so we just care if you guys live. And yet these people set up an ambush for wildland firefighters. Anyways, 46 likes. Let's get to 50. We're going to start this. It's 11 o'clock. I do have things to do after this. I have one package to do. I did all of them yesterday. If you want to get the new digital download, links in description. It's for the new 24 drills, which let's pop it up here. If you're just now joining, It's for the new 24 drills. 24 drills in a parking lot. You need 10 cones or 5 tennis balls cut in half. The digital download is available right now for $19. I just ordered 150 booklets. We'll see how quickly those sell out. Those should be at the end of the month. They should be coming in. But you can get the digital download now. And if you get the physical one, which is this booklet, the old booklet, if you get this old booklet on the store too, and it comes with cones, there's one with a cone version, you'll get the digital download for the new one too. So that's the new standard, the new digital download. Yeah, let's get to 49 likes. Let's get to that. We have 3 videos today. Ninja Noob, right? That's a great question. Can you guys answer that? Is it just me, or have y'all noticed more side of the vehicles and open lane patterns as car drivers because of Dan? I see it all the time, obviously, because I say it all the time too. I see it all the time. Now, it's one thing to see it, right, Ninja Noob? It's one thing to see it ahead of time, but does that not give you, because I also say what to do, right? Does that not give you like almost like a sixth sense of like what I like, how to keep myself out of that? Like you have this preemptive sixth sense perception of like, oh, I know exactly what to do now, versus being surprised. That's one of the things is people get surprised. Oh, crap. Something happened. Someone gets surprised and then they make a mistake. They panic and they'll, honk the horn, rev bomb, or like accidentally not swerve hard enough and then blah, blah, blah. But if you see it ahead of time, you're like, oh, okay, roll off the throttle. Let them in. Oh, side of the vehicle? Okay, possible path of travel. Where's my escape? I'm going to roll off the throttle anyways so I can buy myself time, get some weight on that front tire because we're engine braking a little bit, maybe cover the brakes, maybe give it a little bit of brake. But I found an escape path. They might be doing it before you even get to the intersection versus they start to come out and you're like, oh crap, now I got to do everything. And it's all based off of this. This is a great equation. So total stopping distance is, I'll pop it back up. The equation is perception, reaction, braking. So for braking distance, right? So you have to perceive that you need to possibly brake. You have to actually react to reach for the brake. And then once you start braking, now you have your braking distance. And the equation, perception, reaction, braking distance, that is total stopping distance. And so it really comes down to if you never perceive that it's happening, you'll react late or never react, and then you'll crash. If you perceive late, you react late, you brake late. And so when it comes to noticing these patterns, you perceive early, you respond early, and your action, whether it's braking, swerving, emergency acceleration, happens earlier, which might give you that window or give you that opportunity to actually escape. Because if you perceive late, react late, and do your action late, your window might have already closed to do something. Like you can perceive, react, and swerve late, and then your swerve is not, you don't have enough swerve and you can't make it to that escape, you still collide. But if you can perceive, respond, I like respond better than react, respond and then act early, your spot might still be there. So that's why I really highly recommend focusing on the plan method. You're locating, assessing, and navigating to put yourself back into a new position for safety. The goal is always, even like when there's no hazardous situation, no relevant threat, no active threat, it's easy to put yourself in a position for safety. So you're constantly scanning those things, right? But the goal is to always stay starting off in a position for safety. Right now, I'm in a position for safety. There's no hazards, no relevant threats, door's locked. You guys eat all the crayons and the pizza, that's fine. It's not really a threat. I have nothing to navigate. But then if I'm like walking on the street and there's no cars, still positioned, there's no threats or anything. But if a car comes, now I got to put myself in a new position. So it's really just kind of constantly going back and forth, back and forth. And you do that when you're driving, you do that when you're walking your dog, you do that when you're riding your motorcycle. You do that when you're taking a dump and you realize you don't have any toilet paper. New position for safeties, you might have to just go straight taking a shower. That's why I like bidets. But yeah, so like you do it for everything. You're in a position for safety sitting on the couch watching a nice show. Your girlfriend looks like she's upset. She just came home, so you're locating a hazardous situation. Is it going to be a relevant threat? Is she going to take it out on you? Now, when she pulls out a knife in the kitchen block and she starts screaming at you, she's an active threat. So what do you have to do? You have to go to a new position for safety and run away. So you use it everywhere. Use it everywhere. So we're going to jump into this. We're going to jump into this one. Let's see what we got. I don't think the music's too loud. I think the music's fine. Yeah, because I got a therapy session at 2. Let's see. Then right after that, I'm going to talk to the office. Yeah, 2. Okay. Knife says, driver, since learning to ride my motorcycle. Oh, you want my lane? You can have it. I see so much more now since watching your videos, and I feel like I'm better prepared. Yes, Poison Ivy. Good. Good. Yeah. Be nice. Be kind. Let people in. Who cares? We're all getting to our destination. Hopefully. All right, guys. We're going to jump into this one. We're going to jump into this video. So let's go ahead and take a look at the beginning, and then we'll go back and we'll hit record and do all that stuff. Okay. Oh. Okay, what else we got? That's it? Okay. So this is a 4-year-old video. I thought this was a 2-year-old video. It's a 4-year-old video. Let's see if this is relevant to the plan method. What do we got here? We got a little, you notice how like on the, it says most replayed? Let's take a look.
Stand by, which lead to a situation that you were about to see.
What do we got here? Okay. I don't like this position. I don't like being right behind a vehicle like that.
Hey! You gonna run me over?
Whoa!
Huh?
What?
Are you the one that almost ran me over?
Please stop!
Huh?
You can't just stop. You can't assault me. You just assaulted me. You're on camera. I have
That's
your
fine.
brother's plate.
But you almost ran me over.
You can't assault me like this.
No,
can't
you
assault
almost
me.
ran me over.
You can't touch me.
Did
Doesn't
you
matter.
almost run
I'm
me
gonna sue
over?
you guys. You can't touch me.
Did you almost run me over?
Doesn't matter.
Did you almost run me over?
Get off my
Huh?
back.
Remember when I was talking about the plan method? About your girlfriend coming home all angry? You can do it here.
Get off my back.
What's your goddamn
Oh, geez. It says, warning, we've detected video of streaming belonging to someone else. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Oh, we gotta... Yeah, it's one of the problems with the older videos. So this is, we'll probably skip this one. Yeah, it goes all the way to the end. We'll skip that one. We'll get up to here. This was back in the day when, like, Jukin Media... Did you see Yammy Noob's producer Logan pretending to be me? No, Ninja Noob. What? Oh, before we jump into this video, we got to see that. What video? Do you have a video where it's kind of where that's the case? I kind of want to see that. I want to see that on stream. Was it one of his bigger or newer ones? I want to see that. He has his producers pretending to be me. Pretending to be me. That's always fun. Which video? Is it his newest one? It was introducing producer Logan. Is that the name of the... Do you have the specific video? We'll be here for a while. Oh, Meet Logan. Okay, is that the one?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a
Is it this one? Oops. I hired an unhitched Harley lover on my channel. Oh, there it is.
Okay, let's see.
Let's get some context.
All right, how about this? You know, we're big on safety, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, what is safety-oriented, scalable, and one-of-a-kind original?
I don't know.
Reaction videos.
Reaction video.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Check it
see.
out. All right, guys, how's it going? Today we're gonna take a look at this electric scooter crash at the crosswalk. We're gonna apply some wow methods and learn how to avoid situations like this in the future. All right, let's take a look. Okay, first off here, that brings us to our first W in our WOW acronym. That's gonna stand for wetness. Look at these road conditions. It is very wet out there. That's gonna affect your traction, your braking distance, your overall visibility. And that brings us to our O, oncoming traffic. Take a look at these vehicles. These vehicles are so close to making contact with our scooter rider. This is not gonna end well. You always wanna look out for oncoming traffic.
Yeah, you do. You do want to. Oh, that's a high impact, high mechanism. That's a high mechanism injury there, so it refers to the method which damage trauma to the skin, muscle, organs, and bones occurs. Healthcare providers use MOI to determine how likely it is a serious injury has occurred. So that's a pretty serious injury, so you got to watch out for that. First, the impact was a high mechanism, so it's going to be a lot of damage, especially to the lower extremities. So let's take a look at that one real quick. Yeah, oncoming traffic. So there's that lower extremities right there. So what's going to happen with the right leg, so it's going to hit initially on the knee. So you might have patella tendon issues, maybe a higher tib fib fracture, possibly a femur fracture, which is pretty tough, but high blood flow that goes through it. And so there's that first impact. So once his head actually hits the hood right there, you're going to have a secondary impact. So possibly concussion is the initial stage right here with the start. So it's called coup contra coup. So where the brain sloshes in the cerebral spinal fluid, it's going to hit one side of the skull to the next side of the skull. So that's not good. And then there's that secondary impact, so where it's the same side of the right side, but initially the AC joint, which is your shoulder joint, is going to impact. So you can tear a labrum, possibly break the head of your humerus inside there. That's not a good thing. But if you don't really know that you could have that forces transmitted into your clavicle, which is your collarbone, for all of you layman's terms, and the Timu firefighter right there. So we're going to go ahead and hit the ground again. So you have your right hip, which is your pelvic, and actually the iliac crest, that little part that you can actually feel on the side, that could actually break, and you have your femoral artery bifurcating through there. And so that's not good. And then the head hits right there. So we have facial trauma. So we're thinking about airway. So the mouth, the chin, the jaw, and then the nose, and then possibly the orbital bones are breaking right there. So overall, not good. This is why you wear gear. So as a smart scooter rider, you're going to acquire and use personal protective equipment. But I am very interested in what the other W is on WOW.
Yeah, that's talk about a brown zone moment. And
yeah, very interesting. So brown stage, if you don't know what that is, that's when they panic. So it wasn't really a panic. It's more of just a poop the pants, and not very good.
Am I right? Okay. That brings us to our third W. That's going to stand for wreck. You see here.
I like to spell wreck with an R at the beginning, REKT. So this is not the same acronym that I'd be using, but let's keep going.
This crossover SUV wrecked with the scooter rider. Let's hope they're okay. That's why I always say keep that first aid kit on your person, your backpack, your saddle.
Yeah, definitely. You want to have a rescue pack. So what we have here, which I don't sell anymore, is my own version of a rescue pack, and it has tourniquets, and you want to be able to stop any major bleeds, assess the severity and everything.
Bag. We got those available for sale on the site. Go check it out.
Yeah, we don't have them anymore. So if they have some, that's pretty cool.
Let's make sure they're all right. And they're all right, walking it off.
That's interesting, Logan. I didn't really hear about the WOW acronym in my MSF rider coach training.
No, because I like to develop things outside of copying others.
Where did you hear that?
I think I picked it up maybe on like a podcast.
Okay.
No. That's interesting though. Wow. Picking up on a podcast, yeah. 11 years firefighter service, accident scene management instructor, MSF riding coach, and then also tactical emergency casualty care certified. But
well, I definitely see where your head's at. It is scalable. We can do a lot of it, but I don't know if it really feels like yammy noob. Sure. You know, I know we're safety oriented, but it may be too far.
Sure.
Got anything else?
I'm thinking youth-oriented.
Yeah. It's not very Yammy Noob because you have to have that certifications, but I'm also not doing Yammy Noob stuff either because that kind of stuff is not Dan the Fireman. Overall, it's pretty fun. That was fun. Good job. Wow. We do have the plan method, though. We do have Smart Rider principles. We do have the MTC awareness stages. We have the safety checklist. We have rescue. What else do we have? A great community. Aw, that's nice. All right, guys, we're going to be jumping into... Yeah, they're having fun. It's good for them. Good for them. Yeah, they're just having fun with it. I used to talk to Yammy Noob all the time. I think he kind of got upset with me when I voted for Trump. But whatever. Everyone can have their own opinions. I'm not going to retaliate. Not going to retaliate. There's no retaliation. No need. That was clever. See, here's the thing, guys. When it comes to stuff like that, there's the simple fact that the simple fact that somebody is going to make and spend time and effort to parody me means that I've made it. You know what I mean? So if anything, it's a compliment. And I have told everybody, I have said it many times through these live streams, many times. I want people to be able to create their own version of what I'm doing. Like, do it. Do it. If it's that easy, do it. All right, one second. I got a phone call. That was I told you I was moving, so like that was just the management company. Imitation is the serious form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to great. Yeah. Yeah, it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. I don't have the time and effort to do that back. Or I don't want to spend the time and effort. It would be funny though. I could totally do something. I have like so many ideas, but guys, once again, I'm focused on the educational stuff. So it's not that's his stick. It's not my stick. I like conversations. That's why we're here. Guys, I kind of want to see it again. So those of you that are...
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a secret for you today. There's been a sleeper agent here at Yammy Noob, working tirelessly behind the scenes, tapping away.
Is a website I built using Squarespace. The best way.
Okay, so Squarespace. Yeah, Squarespace is nice. How come it's not maximizing? There we go. So there's that. What other ideas does he have? So he has those ones. That's clever. Okay, so it's just a fun little intro. I mean, he's got the green screen doing pretty good.
All right, Logan, you've had some time to think. What have you got for me?
So I've been cooking some stuff up. Right off the bat, I'm thinking raise that production value.
Okay.
Okay.
High production value, high pipe. It's an image of a pipe. This pipe's about as real as
Why? Yeah, I don't know. What else have you got?
All right,
Okay.
how about this? You know, we're big on safety, right?
Okay, I want to see, like, let's see.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, what is safety oriented,
Safety oriented, okay.
scalable?
Scalable, it is scalable. We have this nice class. We are able to produce clips of it for the weekends, and it helps. It's content marketing, so it does promote the shop, and it promotes the safety stuff. If you want to learn more, you join the crew, and yeah, so it's scalable. Yeah, it's kind of like what I built everything around.
And one of a kind original.
It is one of a kind original because nobody's hosting an online class with Costco pizzas. Sometimes QT Pizzas having a nice little sit down. I don't know why you guys never sit up front, but you know, I really hope you guys would. And you know, it's very unique. I mean, we have the office. Let's go ahead and head into the office. So we have the office here. You know, we can go ahead and zoom out. I don't know why it has that transition. We got to work on that. It's not very highly producible. Nice little office here. Let's go ahead and do that nice little clip right there. We do have, you know, if you ever want to, you can come to the dorm room. You know, I like to take the teleporter here and there. Oh, 1 second. I was working out early. Let's go ahead and put the bed up or bed down. Let's go ahead and enjoy ourselves. So now we're out in the captain's dorm of the. I can't even do this. It's fucking stupid.
Reaction videos.
Reaction videos.
I mean, is it technically? I mean, I've always considered this as more of a like an after action review. I mean, I'm responding to the video. Responding to the video. I don't know. We kind of talked about reaction videos earlier, right? All right, guys, we have 3 videos to do. I really have to get this going because I do have an appointment afterwards. So I have to get through this. So that was interesting. That, like I said, if people are making fun of you online in a cheesy, cheeky, whatever way, that means you've made it. I'd love to see it. All right, here we go, guys. We're gonna hit that record button in 3, 2. You know, what should we? We're gonna go ahead and do the drills. Because once again, what's highly educational, what's scalable? Reaction videos. And in order to scale and pay the bills, we also have to make sales to the store because YouTube doesn't pay a lot. So, in order to keep this educational content free, we, you know, have things that are actually good for you. Practice drills. All right. So, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, we have a MotoStars video from 4 years ago, and we're going to take a look at it and see if the plan method applies to 4 years ago, which it does, guys. That's the thing. So we're going to look for positions for safety, locating hazards, situations, assess relevant threats, and navigate active threats. But before we jump into that, we do have a brand new 24 drills on the store. It's a digital download. You can put it on your phone. You only need 10 cones, 24 drills, and each one, let's go ahead and zoom in as best I can. It has my time on that drill, and on top of it, it has a video QR code. Now, how can you scan the QR code on your phone? Well, you can just click the thing. It's clickable. So you can go ahead and get the drills. It's a digital download. I just ordered 150 books, so when those come in, you'll get an announcement, and you'll be able to get the physical version. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. Links in the description for that. It's only $19 for the digital. Let's take a look. So this is an older video. Brapaholic. Brap, brap, brap. 4 years, yeah, practically vintage. Okay, so that's a bump.
That he knew.
Construction area. There's gonna be road surface hazards. So whenever you see a bunch of cones like this, don't think of it as the Smart Rider drills and go through them, because those ones will hurt if you hit them. You can get the cone kit and it has small cones. much easier. You know, I've run those over and never had an issue. But you're going to have issues when it comes to construction zones. You're going to have like dirt like this, or you're going to have a repair in the road, or you're going to have constriction, so your escape routes are going to be relatively small or non-existent. So you're going to have to be very careful and try your best to manage your position for safety while going through here if there's other traffic. But if you see like a road surface hazard like this, guess what? He's probably going to fall. If you see a road surface hazard like this, you're going to want to go to the next lane. You're not going to want to be in that lane, or you're going to go over it as straight as possible and then finally turn when it comes to getting on the other side where you have traction on that asphalt. So if you did a head check, you can do this. Okay, blinker or whatever if you can, that's fine, but get yourself out of there. Try your best not to hit this. Now let's see what happens. He's in the middle of a turn, traction loss with a, let's see.
Oh God, what's all that?
Oh, that is probably like some silt, some sand. Did his tire fall off? What is that tire doing on the ground? Did he break the camera? That's why it's all messed up. Let's take a look at the actual crash.
Oh God, what?
Okay, so part of the problem, if you see his right hand, he's like, oh God, look at his hand.
Oh God.
Right there. And you can hear the skidding before going into it.
Oh God, what's all that?
Well, actually, the skidding when he hit it. So he locked up his tires and started sliding. So he applied the brakes and went through the sand. So just, guys, straighten it up and kind of coast through the sand. Maybe even pulling the clutch to coast through it.
All that.
High damage, so hopefully wear gear to mitigate some of that stuff. A little bit embarrassed. That's fine. Get yourself out of there. So when it comes to rescue, ensure your own safety, get yourself out of there. And then check your body, check your bike. You don't want to, if you have like another 5-10 miles to go and you have like a messed up bike, you probably going to have a second crash because the bike is just like not working functionally. Or you might pass out because you didn't realize you have a concussion. You start getting a headache after that, just pull over, relax for a little bit.
Jesus, dude.
This is the bottom of the cone, not a tire? Okay.
Yeah, my face.
Talking on their cardos. Oh, by the way, this video is coming out this weekend. I completely forgot. So don't worry about the drills. Guys, Cardo's having a huge sale. A huge sale. They're having sales on the Pack Talk Pro. I believe it's 20% off or more. So if you want to get the Pack Talk Edge or the Pro, this is the first time they're really doing a massive discount on that. They're talking on theirs right now. So you guys can talk on this. It's a July 4th sale. I completely forgot about that. Links can be in the description for that. And I believe it auto applies, or use the code DDTF at checkout. Completely forgot about that.
Yeah, there was all that dirt in the road.
Let me double check.
It did.
Yep, 4th of July sale, 22% off discount on the whole store, including Pack Talk Pro, the deepest discount for it ever, from July 3rd to July 4th, a 48-hour sale. If you just bought one, just go ahead and return it and then rebuy it. Just saying, Dad Bod Cycles. 22% off. That's huge. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh. Okay. Why are we slowing down? What did I miss? I was looking at the sale. Let's go back a little bit. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that's what I missed. All right. So right here we have an intersection problem. We have an intersection problem right here. So we have a left turner coming out. So he sees that person's coming out. Now this person right here could not see us very well because of this person kind of blocking the view. Now this person should not. Okay, that looks like guys, get your head out of the gutter. This person should not have gone if they didn't have good line of sight to see. They shouldn't have done it. But we recognize this as a potential problem when it comes to locating hazardous situations. We're at an intersection with possible left turners, so we're kind of prepped and prepared for that. We see an active threat, so we have to navigate this. Now, how do we navigate this active threat? At this point, do what he was doing and just go ahead and apply some progressive braking and just enjoy, a close call versus actually crashing. So progressive braking, he started going for his escape path to the left. He changed positions as best he could. Overall, terrible situation. Nice little clip. And so after you hit your handlebars or whatever, sure, if you can pull off, but pull off in a safe area. See how we pulled off in front of people? it's not a good, it's kind of scary. I get it, you just crashed, maybe they didn't recognize it, didn't see it. Yeah, if car good for no one to talk to, yeah, I use it for music and turn-by-turn navigation. So I have my phone have alerts. And then if you have buddies that all of a sudden show up, you can connect to each other on their cardos.
Costly for this biker.
Okay, so group ride. Oh. Okay, so made it through the corner. He stopped right there, and it's an uneven ground, so he put his left foot on uneven ground and fell over. Okay, this is why you guys need to practice the Smart Rider drills, do some slow speed maneuvers, and just kind of coast around that corner versus stopping. Maybe it's stopping to kind of help direct people where they're going, but, I mean, people kind of understand already. Got a learner plate. Oh, you got to put your side stand down too, buddy. So when it comes to rescue, first you have to remain calm. Don't be like, I'm gonna go, and then you forget to put the side stand down or you start tripping.
Yeah, I went to help him and my bike fell over. Stupid.
Fell over. Yeah, typical panicked. Oh no, broken. That sucks. That's gonna kind of ruins your day. All right, so we're going through here. Nice sounding bike going here. All right, everybody's just side of the bicycles. Okay, good job. Just kind of coast through it. You know, stop, let them out. Now you can move on. Not a big deal. Go and accelerate out of there. Okay, so now we're passing all these vehicles. You can, I guess you can do that here. Okay, so I was always confused. Like over there, it goes from red, yellow, green. For us, it goes from red to green. So it kind of gives them an idea that green's about to happen. But just because it's green doesn't mean you should go. Always look both ways just in case. What's up with all these jaywalkers? All right, lots of people there, so he's probably gonna have the same issues. Okay, same thing, it's green, not a big deal. That person is doing something they shouldn't be doing. Move out. Okay, nice right-handed turn, not a big deal. Just going to and get air in my tires. Highly recommend getting like one of those Ryobis or like some type of portable tire inflator. Have it at home. Do your safety checklist, you know, state of mind, everything. And then the T is checking your tires. And so check your PSI before you leave. Make sure it's at the appropriate PSI and you have access to it at home so you don't have to go to like a gas station to get it done. Because from home to the gas station, you're running on low PSI tires. You don't know if you're going to have to swerve. You don't know if you're going to do emergency braking or anything before you get to your tire pressure.
Wait, I'm going in there too.
Okay, well, I mean, you can let them. Not a big deal. You're listening to Spotify. Got some music going.
Mate, what are you doing? Oi.
Okay. And he pulls out in front of this person. Okay. Let's go to this one. I don't like being right behind a vehicle because they might back up. Okay. Woo. Oh. They impacted someone. So they're going to be stuck there for a little bit. So try your best to get around them at that point. You see how they're going to be stuck? Now you're stuck. Imagine if she didn't put it in park. There you go. Now you're stuck. A little slow speed paddle walking. Close her door for her. Yeah. Now she's locked out. That's easy. Nice little slow speed maneuvers. Get yourself out of there. But that's why I don't like parking behind people. You see how she accidentally rear-ended the other person? Imagine if you're the one that got rear-ended. So if you're off to the side, let's watch where he finally gets off to the side. Let's say he's like right here, right? Obviously the nose is pointed this way. If they do run into the vehicle, you're not gonna, maybe like your foot peg is gonna get clipped, but not the back, not your back is clipped. So maybe we'll find a video that showcases proper lane positioning. Okay, maybe right here. Let's see.
Oh.
Okay, so let's say you have the space cushion, right? Let's say maybe we're like up right here. Let's say we're parked right here. Okay, so you see how like if somebody is like, boom, you're not right here behind the vehicle, they'll hit that vehicle. You'll maybe get like this is a foot. Maybe you'll get your foot ran over versus your spine snapped in half, right? And if you see them in your mirror, let's pretend this is a mirror and you see them in your mirror, and they're like not slowing down, you can find the escape to get out of there. But like, see how right now he's in a good position to just kind of go straight versus having to, oh crap, and do that. I don't want to be behind the vehicle. So when you come to positioning, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, go. You go. No.
Yeah, 'cause we have to yield. We have to yield. It says it right there in letters. And that causes issues for other people.
The driver completely fails to notice the
Oh, look at that. Just real quick. Open lane pattern, right? Open lane pattern.
the bike and pushes him from the lane straight into a
Open lane pattern. How you doing, Camilo? Okay. Open lane pattern. We were talking about this before the stream. So this long line of cars, and we're going to have an open lane right here. This guy does not want to be behind this person with this small little space cushion. And so he just does a quick little adjustment. But we're in this lane. They don't see us, whether it's because of blind spot, they didn't do head checks, they didn't do nothing, whatever, they come over. We do this anyways in our vehicles. We don't want to be stuck behind it, but hopefully you guys are checking your blind spots, checking your mirrors, and merging when it's safe to do so. You're not cutting people off or sideswiping anybody. But people don't, they're not as experienced and smart as us because they don't watch this, okay? So this is an open lane pattern. So if we're riding or driving and we see that there's a long line of vehicles, an open lane for us, guess what? Somebody might come out. So what do? We let them in. We ride staggered. We drive staggered with people. We don't drive side by side if we can't help it, okay? Or if we can help it.
fails to notice
So he did a head check. He's probably going to switch lanes too.
the bike and pushes him from the lane straight into a traffic island.
Was able to handle it and did really well. Now, when you get pushed out like this, let's say you got pushed out, you don't have a good spot to go here. You have an obstacle here. You have to do a quick adjustment when it comes. I'm going to make that X better. You have a quick adjustment with your mindset. You're like, where can I go? Okay? Because you don't know if this curb, this curb has like a curve on it, so you're able to go over. It's almost like a ramp. But sometimes they're just a straight block, and you don't want to hit that curb with your rim. Okay, you're going to damage your rim. So can't go here, can't go here. Emergency swerve. You have a nice road right there to get back on. Okay, you're not supposed to, right? But you do what you need to do. Open lane pattern again. This person might not want to be behind that person. This lane is moving faster. Stay staggered with this car too. Keep your space cushion between you and the box truck, but also watch out for this person wanting to merge over too. It keeps rotating. Open lane, open lane, open lane, open lane, open lane, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle. Look for these patterns. Okay, nice little wheelie. Where's your headlights? Does he have headlights? I didn't see any. Oh, okay, there's some. And then we dumped the bike. So high risk, high skill, just like a lot of things in life. High risk on a track if you're speeding, it takes a high skill to not crash. If you're doing slow speed maneuvers, it takes low skill because you're just practicing your friction zone, throttle control, head and eye movement, counterbalance, and handlebar turn. And it's low risk because you're in a parking lot, so you're removing the risks when it comes to traffic and everything, and you're going under like 15 miles an hour. So the risk would be you fall down, drop the bike, and it's like just falling down normally. So high risk for stunting, you're on one wheel, high traffic usually because they're doing it on the street, and it takes a lot of skill to get to that point. And so what can we do to mitigate the consequences of failure when it comes to the high risk and then maybe not enough skill? Wearing gear, acquire and use personal protective equipment. Because if you do crash, you're hopefully going to mitigate the injuries from the consequences of those risks actually fulfilling themselves and your skill set maybe not there. And that goes for the same when it comes to riding a motorcycle. It's already more high risk than driving a car because you don't have a protection zone, seat belts, airbags, crumple zone, all that stuff, the roll cage, none of that. You just have your body. So it's already high risk and it takes more skill than driving a car. So acquire and use personal protective equipment, okay? So as a Smart Rider crew member, we do have the Motorcycle Gear 101 course that's available. Links in the description if you want to become a member. But go ahead and check it out. So you know what kind of gear to get. I talk about helmets, I talk about gloves, boots, pants, and jackets, all different kinds. What to get, how to get it. And I get it with stunting, you want to have agility. So sometimes gear is restrictive.
The biker completely didn't expect that cops after stopping him.
But maybe that armor only would at least be good. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There you go. Side stand down. Talk to the cops.
I did have a plate.
So this was 4 years ago, so during COVID.
It is registered. Okay. Someone took the plate off of it.
Someone took the plate off it?
Yeah.
Okay, you have a driver's license on you?
I do. I have insurance, everything.
I mean, that's a reason to pull someone over.
Yeah, it's in my backpack.
You don't have a license plate.
That's it.
I mean, you can be as libertarian as you want and be like, why should we have to register things?
Yeah, sorry, sir.
But we live in this world. That's what we have to deal with. Just be kind.
I'm going home.
Give all the information. If you did nothing wrong, nothing to worry about. But imagine if it was your bike that was stolen and this is the guy that stole it. I'm not saying that's the case, but he stole it, cops pulled him over, and you get your bike back because they did that. Then now you like the cops.
This is your bike? Yeah. Where'd you get it from?
I bought it
Okay, so he's just chatting. They just told me the VIN came back stolen. Uh-oh, 1 second. The VIN came back stolen. Okay, so they're not assuming he stole it. So one of the issues here when you buy a private party, make sure you do it the right way. They actually have a title and they can, sign it off to you. If they just say, like, here's the bike, give me cash, that's not a good idea. They might give you, like, if it's a $4,000 bike and they're like, give me $1,000 cash for it and it's still in working condition, no license plate, no title, might have been stolen. And at the end of the day, you might not have stolen, you just bought a stolen vehicle. And they're gonna take your vehicle and you're out $1,000 from that person, and they're gonna return it to the original owner because it was stolen. So be careful when it comes to buying private party. Do it the right way. Do it the right way.
So they held me here for 15 minutes waiting on Seattle to confirm whether it's stolen or not.
Because he might not have. He didn't steal it.
I guess so.
Oh, they entered the wrong VIN. Okay, good.
Whatever.
All right, so Pat, this is definitely not America. Okay, so if we're going through the corners and twisties, if you're gonna pass. Don't just hang out. Don't hang out. Pass. Get out of there. Go. Move with a purpose. Hey, I'm going to pass, but I'm going to take it nice and easy and slow and stay in oncoming traffic for the whole time. If you're going to pass. So we're just kind of hanging out. Get into your lane. It's a corner coming up. You can't see around the corner. But I'm never going to slow down, never go with the flow of traffic until it's safe to do so, then pass again, and then get back, and then pass again. No, we're just going to keep going. Well, you got traffic coming. And then you don't know how to apply the brakes appropriately, and you lost control of the bike, and now it kind of knocked you into oncoming traffic. Thankfully, the car driver swerved out of the way. Guys, get yourself out. Look at that. Imagine that vehicle is the one that hit you. A lot of people should not be riding or being... A lot of people should not be on the road. It's like, it kind of comes down to, like, hey, you don't have the skill set to be a firefighter. You don't have the skill set to be an IT. I mean, you don't know anything about computers. Why are you an IT specialist? Hey, you're overweight and you know nothing about EMS and you don't even know how fire works. Why are you a firefighter? There's standards when it comes to certain things like that. And in America, or this is not even America, but in different places, like anywhere, it's like, oh, you have the right to just be able to be on the road and have a vehicle. You just have to sign some paperwork and now you're good to go. It's like, no, some people shouldn't. They don't know. They don't have the skill set to do it. So why are we putting them on there? Because now we have an issue with possible people dying. I mean, same thing. Some people should not be in relationships. Some people should not have friendships. Some people should not, do certain things. Like, it's okay. It's okay. Or learn. Minding my own business, the truck passes close.
And just decided to
Look at the issue when it comes to your headlights as a motorcyclist. Upgrade to an LED, upgrade to something. If you need to use high beams, use high beams. Our high beams are still less than normal car regular beams for the most part. Also, adjust your headlight so that it's not pointing straight down or way off into the horizon, so it's not really doing anything. It's just shining into space at that point.
observe the strange behavior of the driver.
Okay. So if somebody's passing and going super fast like that, just let the idiot be in front. Okay. A few seconds later, he does it again, this time at a high rate of speed and much closer again. I'm not too bothered. So we must have passed him at some point. Maybe we met him up at a light and we accelerated in front, and then he decides to do the same thing. Purposely miss the next light so he's way ahead. Or just stay, like, if you guys meet up again at the light, let him take off first. Don't even speed up and deal with it. See, we met up at the light, now we speed up. Okay, so see, that's what I'm saying. Is like, if this is the second time already, you didn't like the fact that they did what they did. And so then now we're at the third light and we accelerate to get in front, and then they're going to probably do it again. Just let them be in front. He was going approximately 110 miles per hour. Okay. Just let the dum-dum be in front. If he wants to go fast and hit a car or crash by himself, it's not your life. It's not your issue. Good job moving out of the way, recognizing it. But if he's going 110 miles an hour and he barely passes you, how fast are you going? I probably should have just pulled off, but I wanted to see what he would do. That's called cognitive dissonance, everybody. That's called cognitive dissonance. It's a little life thing. We talk about life here and there, use some psychology and whatnot. Cognitive dissonance quite literally hurts your brain. Like, it creates a psychosomatic issue in your brain where it actually gives you sometimes a headache. It causes you to feel terrible when you have two different competing ideas. And that's where values, virtues, morals come in. Whenever you have cognitive dissonance and one of them says, let's do something that goes against my morals and values and virtues, you don't feel proud of yourself afterwards. And then you start thinking, I probably should have done what I thought was the correct thing, but I decided to do the thing that I know was not correct because your ego got in the way, pride got in the way, jealousy got in the way, temptation got in the way, whatever it is got in the way. Stick to safety as a value. And so when you have this thought of, I want to see what he does, I want to be safe, it's easy just to say, I want to be safe and I'm going to do what feels safe. And then ignore this thought. So cognitive dissonance is a problem, but it's easy to get out of it when you stick to your values. So don't do this. If your idea is to keep yourself safe, now we're speeding, we're going 80, maybe it's a 75 mile an hour road, whatever. But let's not be a part of the problem. Merging. Let him in. Let him in. Just let him in. So this right here is a great position for safety, though. So when we finally got a view, so imagine we're parked. This is a light. We're parked. I like this spot. This is also how I drive or ride. Driving, it's hard to do that with a sweet Chrysler Pacifica. You don't have a lot of room in the lane. But right here, let's say if this person slams their brakes, right? They slam their brakes. Here's our escape path. We don't have to do anything. If we were right here, I don't know what that is, we would have to swerve to get to our escape path. This right here, we have to perceive. Let's do this. So they slam the brakes, okay? We're right here. We have to perceive they're slamming the brakes, perception. We have to respond by swerving, or we respond with the swerve right here. Here's our action of the swerve, and we finally get ourselves in a new position for safety. So that's basically like 3 or 4 moves, right? So if we're right here, we'll do a box. We see that they're applying the brakes. We apply the brakes and slow it down and go straight. So we perceive, we respond, and we go straight. Okay, still kind of 3 moves, but one of them is just continuing to do what we're doing. Now, if we're at a stoplight and we see this person right here not slowing down, same thing. This person slams the brakes when we're riding, same thing. How do we know if this person is going to slam the brakes? Well, since we're like this, we see these brakes right here. We know that this person is going to apply the brakes. And so as soon as we see this one, we start applying our brakes. So we react off of this person versus react off of this person. So we actually can respond quicker. So this is why I like this, because it gives you better line of sight. It gives you an easy escape path into a lane filtering position. And really, we're not having to swerve. We just apply the brakes. And if we aren't paying attention at all, here's the cool thing. We're riding, we're not paying attention. These people slam the brakes, and we're like, oh, crap. We finally recognize it about right here. Well, guess what? We didn't hit the vehicle. We just now aim for our escape. Position for safety.
A woman was running across the street to a car stopped in the middle of the road. In the meantime, the biker passed them by, which...
So we're not going to watch this one. They get really angry because this was like a copyrighted thing. I think Juke and Media or something got it. I really wanted to see what the initial issue was. So a woman was crossing the street.
In the middle of the road.
Okay, well, he stopped in the middle of the road. Maybe I mean, it's a bus and bike lane. Okay, whatever. And so I don't see really an issue, but they get really pissed off. You almost hit me. He brought a golf club? What do you bring out? It's got a nice little tank top, bro. Bro, I got my backwards hat. Dum-dums. All right, guys. With that said, hopefully you guys join the Smart Rider crew. Grab a slice of pizza. We have the Smart Rider drills. And remember, there's that sale going on July 3rd and the 4th. It's a 48-hour sale for Cardo, 22% off. Check it out. Links in the description for that. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you on the next live stream. All right, guys, we got another one. This one we couldn't watch because I started watching. Yep, heads up. We've detected video in your stream belonging to someone else. Okay, so the stream's going to be demonetized. That's perfectly great. So if you guys want to, please check out the store and get the digital download. You need to stop dropping your dang bike. We got 2 more videos. We have this one. Let's take a look at this one. So if you guys are just now joining, we just finished one. We got 2 videos. Let's watch the intro to this one. Okay. Just got done dancing a lot this weekend. I feel like bringing it back. I need to start dancing on these. It's hard to do without music, but okay. And then we have another one from Crash Bandito. We're gonna try to do this one. This is gonna be a tough one to do because he does his own shtick. But this one's gonna be fun. This one's gonna be fun. We have some crashes and close calls that are similar to what we've seen recently, but I like that he does this where he brings up some of the comments so we can answer some of those comments. So that's gonna be pretty cool. And he talks a little bit, so like he does this kind of thing.
According to the NHTSA, Wisconsin sees about 432 DUI.
Damn, look at the excessive drinking by county. Oh my gosh. Wisconsin. You guys are drinking like crazy. I mean, look at Utah. All those Mormons. They're not drinking. What is up with that? I mean, I'm assuming like in the winter months, all you can really do is drink. You know? Wow. I mean, what? That's Oklahoma, right? What the heck? Like, why is it like this? What's going on in these counties? I don't even know if they have. Do they even have alcohol in Utah? What's going on over there? I mean, I know this is like mostly Indian reservation, like this area, and they're all dry. Like they're dry, like dry reservations, so they don't have alcohol there. I mean, Hawaii, look at Hawaii. They're drunk. But yeah, they do stuff like this. It's pretty cool. I like the... Look at that.
As the rider follows him home. This is not to film further.
Look at that. That's called compartment intrusion. That's a very high mechanism injury. The simple fact that there's that much force to go inside the compartment, you have that force going into your body too. So it completely bypassed. So what's happening here is you have your A-frame post, which extends down to here. And then you have your B-frame post, and then your C-frame. And so this all connects up here, and it connects down here, and it goes across here. And it does the same thing on the other side. And so that's the roll cage that a car has. So that's why this part's not bent that much, but this part right here doesn't have a bar going through it like rebar in a concrete. And so it intruded into the compartment. So if they got hit like right here, it wouldn't be as bad. Hit right here, if it wasn't be as bad. And this was a single vehicle accident. This person did that. So that's not good. That's not good. I've seen people wrap around telephone poles, and some of them don't survive it. Some of them don't survive it. Some of them don't survive it. That's not good. All right, that's going to be the second video, or the third video. We have this one right here. So let's jump into that one. Remember, I have to do something in 2 hours, so I got to hurry it up. All right, so 3. Oh, remember, yeah, so I'm not going to do the drills. We're doing the Cardo. So, guys, let me see. Let me grab that email. Let's see. July 4th sale. So with the affiliate code, for the first time, oh! So the first time ever, I'll get that. So so for the first time ever, we created custom American flag decals that will ship with every order of Pack Talk Edge, Neo, or Pro. With your affiliate code, you'll be able to offer a 22% discount on our web store, including Pack Talk Pro, the deepest discount for it ever. So we also have a small stock of these decals. Okay, so I asked them for one, but they never shipped it to me. Maybe I have it at home. But they have these decals. I guess with their limited supply, they're going to be, if you get a Pack Talk Pro Edge, or Pro Edge or Neo, which is, I guess it's the same body, they're shipping out these decals with it. So July 3rd to 4th, 22% off all products site-wide, free American flag Pack Talk decal with anyone that purchases. Your code must be applied at checkout to reflect the discount. Okay. That's pretty cool. So the speakers are great. I can hear them on the highway. Easy. Yeah, they come with JBL. So, yeah, so JBL speakers. They have, it's the same ones on the Pack Talk Edge, but JBL speakers. They're great. I have the Pack Talk Edge right here. Magnetic. It's pretty cool. Put that back. I believe it might be worldwide. I don't know. But it's a 4th of July sale, so if you live somewhere else, you're getting an American flag on your, if you want to put that on there. Might as well. Yeah, I would totally cut your own vinyl thing for it. All right, guys, we're going to jump into this one. That's going to be the talking point because these videos will come out on the weekend. I'll put all 3 out on the weekend. So here we go, guys. 3, 2... I think that, yeah, I think it's international for Cardo. I ship only United States just because it's such a pain in the butt. So 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here. We have a video from about 11 months to a year ago, but we're going to be going over the crashes and close calls to figure out what happened, how they happened. That lady just fell off the back of the bike, so when we're riding with passengers, be very careful with that. Don't want to slam the brakes, accelerate hard. We're going to go over that one, but we're going to be utilizing the plan method for all of this stuff, so we'll talk more about that in depth. But before we jump into it, there is a sale going on right now with Cardo. I completely forgot about it, but we're going to talk about it. July 3rd to the 4th. 22% off anything site-wide. And it's including the Pack Talk Pro. They never discount the Pack Talk Pro, and they never get anything above 20%. So 22% is a lot off. So make sure you go to the link in the description, use my coupon code, or click the link. It should work. If it doesn't, use the coupon code DDTF for 22% off. It's only for 48 hours. And they're giving out some a decal, an American flag decal to put on top of the Pack Talk Edge Pro or Neo. So that's kind of cool. I don't think they've ever done that. I think it's pretty sweet. So we're going to jump into this one. Make sure you check that out so you can talk to your buddies like this. Listen to music, turn-by-turn navigation on your phone so you don't have to, you know, pay attention or miss your turn. It's pretty cool. I have a Pack Talk Edge. Oh. I'm concerned about the guy he hits back. Like the red guy is back because that front tire landed on his back. We'll take a look at that real quick. So we're talking a little bit about mechanism of injury on that one. Bro. So they're all walking wounded. That's good. Fairings don't look good. Bikes or whatever, they can be replaced. You can get a new bike. So and that's another thing is you can do. You can speak to your Cardo and you can tell it to mute audio. You can change songs. The buttons are easy to use. You can actually go through like Siri, Hey Google, and all that other stuff, and you're able to like do all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So he's listening to music. And they have JBL speakers. You can hear it pretty good. I'm going to stop talking about because we're going to talk about crashes. So check out the link in the description for that. I'm just excited they have a 22% off discount.
Just one person to show off can put almost the whole.
Yeah. So if you're in a group ride and somebody wants to keep showing it, why would you show off like that though? I mean, I don't know why. So he hit the back of, you can't really tell. I think he hit the back of that rider with his tire because it knocked him forward and he fell down. So I'm worried about his spine. The guy on the ground, he's moving fine. I'm thinking concussion a little bit, maybe some head injury symptoms, but overall everyone's fine, walking wounded. If they're limping, then you kind of know where the issue is, but let's move on. Another group ride. You can talk to your buddies. It has dynamic mesh. Okay, so mob rides, not very safe because it's just chaos. Everyone's trying to pass everyone. Think of it as chaos with car drivers. Ride in a staggered formation. All right, so he's going 100 kilometers an hour. So I had David King sent me this. It's pretty cool. A while back in April. I keep forgetting to bring it. He has the conversion on this. So 100 kilometers an hour, so I don't have to ask you guys, is 62 miles per hour. Okay. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Side of the vehicle, moved over. Good job. So he went from 62 miles per hour He sees the side of the vehicle. That's the pattern. That's the road behavior that we see. It's an intersection. They're coming out in front of him. So he has to do something. He has to respond. So he's going to go ahead. He located. He's assessing if it's a relevant threat. Now we're going to navigate. So he's applying some brakes. He's probably downshifting a little bit to buy himself some time to see what's happening. So very good. So we go ahead and already move off into a new position for safety because they're making a right-handed turn. They're going to take their part of the lane. So we're going to get into a different spot. There's no traffic coming at us, but we're going to pass this person, go around them because they are going slow. So very good. So we're going 60 now. And now I know from this, we went from 62 miles per hour to 37 miles per hour, 100 kilometers an hour to 60 kilometers an hour. Okay, so now we're going 37. So good job reducing your speed by half, basically. And then getting a nice swerve. Now we get ourselves out of the dangerous position because we have a car coming up ahead. So now a new position for safety because we located a hazardous situation up ahead and navigating to here. And we're going to accelerate out of this because the car behind us is still there. And now we're going back to 100, back to 62 miles per hour. Thank you, David, for the kilometers per hour to miles per hour. Now I can just say stuff like that. I love it. And he's slowing down with the flow of traffic to maintain his space cushion. So that was a great rider. All right, R1 goes against sand patches on twisties. Watch out for road surface hazards. It's harder to do that at high speeds. So maybe slow it down. Riding really close with everybody. That could be dangerous. Oh, good job applying the brakes and not crashing into him. So road surface hazards with like gravel in the middle of a turn, loss of traction, it's going to slide out from underneath you, so be careful.
It's really hard to judge this situation.
Okay, messages, we're going to read this. Messages for other vehicles drivers. Lane splitting by motorcyclists is illegal in California. Intentionally blocking or impeding a motorcyclist in a way that could cause harm. Rider. Okay.
Unnecessary aggression are definitely not the way to go.
Basically saying you can do that. Wait, what did he say about crossing? There are exceptions to this law. Crossing double yellow lines may be necessary to avoid immediate danger or hazard, such as stopped vehicle. Okay, crossing double yellow may be done to protect yourself or other people. Okay, so it's almost like a self-defense law when it comes to crossing the double yellow.
Way to go.
But why are we crossing? Are we crossing double yellow because it's unsafe? Okay, so another thing about that is that, yeah, okay, you might be able to cross over. I'm assuming that this person's going to slam the brakes and we're going to have to cross over. Let's just say that. We can keep a bigger space cushion so we don't have to cross double yellow. I mean, it's one thing like, hey, let's say we're supposed to be going 45, right? The speed limit's 45, and they're going 35. And so now you're like up to them. But here's the thing. Now you're going 35 with a small space cushion. How about you increase your space cushion and just keep going 35? Match their speed, but a little bit further away. Because you're not going to be able to pass. And then once you see that it turns from double yellow to like a slash or, dotted yellow or white, then it's like, okay, now you speed up and pass. I don't know. There's always solutions. Think outside the box. You don't have to. I get it, like maybe to protect yourself from crashing, you had to cross the double yellow because they slammed the brakes. Well, if you had a space cushion, you would never have to cross the double yellow. You had plenty of time to stop. You had time to stop. Now, let him slow down, get back in your lane. Don't fight for it. I get it. The guy get mad, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I don't care what you have to think. I'm just going to slow down and get behind. Now he can pass. The finger's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Now he passed. Now you're able to pass this one. Okay. So just keep a space cushion. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares what other people are thinking about you? Okay? I just saw a video at the very beginning of this. Yami Noob and his new producer Logan created a new WOW acronym, and yeah. So I mean, what was it? Wet surface, oncoming traffic, and wreck. Good job. Who cares? We're having fun. All right, side of the vehicle. Okay. So with that one, so we're coming up here. Okay, so we're gonna do the open lane pattern ourselves. We're switching lanes because we don't want to be stuck behind this vehicle. He's turning right. Open lane to our left. Let's go ahead and go there. Now, the problem with that vehicle coming out, okay? We see the side of the vehicle right there. They can't see us. It's blocked by this car, and that's going to be called line of sight, okay? Line of sight problem. Okay, so if we pass, that's our world. That's our perception, our perspective, our world we're passing. Their perception, their world, they don't see anybody. They go. Okay, cool. Two different worlds are colliding. You can't control what they're doing. You can control what you're doing. And that's what he did. Okay, so he swerved out of the way. So just, we're understanding people's perspectives and perceptions. It doesn't mean it's always going to come into our favor. It's what we do with the new situation when they collide, the two perceptions. Okay, we're just trying to understand other drivers' perspectives on this. So we come over, he did a head check, very good, open lane pattern, we're switching over. And now we see this vehicle. Now our two perspectives, two realities are colliding, okay? They're coming together. Now, what do we do here? We are only going 32 33 miles an hour, okay? Not too bad. 33 miles per hour, not too bad. We can slow down pretty well with a good total stopping distance. We can't stop in time, possibly, but we can slow down a lot, okay? We can slow down a lot. So perceive. Okay, so we located. We're going to assess, yes, navigate, brakes. We're going to navigate with our brakes because their goal is to get across. Okay, their goal is to get across. They want to get across. So if we apply the brakes enough and slow down enough and they get across before we get to them, great, we win. But they didn't. So as soon as he recognized that they weren't going fast enough, we switched gears. Probably quite literally, but we went from braking, okay, if I keep braking, I'm not going to stop in time, and they're not getting out of the way fast enough. I'm aiming for my escape path and doing emergency acceleration. So he did an emergency swerve and acceleration. He went from braking, swerving, to acceleration. Do you see how that's 3 tools in your tool belt when it comes to emergency maneuvers? One of them might not solve it. One of them might not solve it. You might have to switch. You might have to do things, but that's why you need the skill set to do all of it. But braking at first will buy you some time to, oh, there's my escape path. Oh, there's this. There's that. Oh, he's not stopping. Now I got to go for it. You see how it happens quickly? Now, why does it happen quickly? Because it's happening quickly, but it's an emergency situation. But how do we get to a point of switching gears and switching what we're doing and finding escape paths after braking and doing this? How do we do that quickly for ourselves? A lot of training. Every time you go riding, it's training. Every time you watch one of these videos, it's training. Every time you go to a parking lot to practice your smart rider drills, it's training. Don't think of it as I'm just going for a ride. It's like, yeah, you're going for a ride, but how many times have you made a left turn? How many times did you accelerate off the stoplight? How many times did you have to apply the brakes? How many times did you have to swerve over around a pothole? That's swerve practice, braking practice, acceleration practice, turning practice. Every turn, every swerve, every brake, every acceleration, do it smoothly as best you can, but consciously. Oh, I'm accelerating. Oh, I'm turning. Oh, I'm braking. Oh, I'm swerving. Oh, I'm searching for hazards. More you do that consciously, the more you're training your brain with neuroplasticity. And then when something like this happens, boom, you're able to do it because you've had practice on normal rides. So good job with that save. Good job. And wet. It's a wet road. Even better. I need a thumbnail. 1 second. Oh. I love the music that he uses.
And his passenger got way too confident on the bike, and this incident.
Okay, so right here, let's take a look. So no gear. Let's diagnose the situation. Okay, let's not look at them. Let's look over here. Let's look over here. Why do you think he was accelerating fast? Okay, just think about it. Like, what do you guys think? Okay, so now when we see that, he was watch the front end. Okay, watch this front end. Right before she falls. See how I did that? See how I did that? He accelerated, got a little bit up. He did a little mini power wheelie. A little power wheelie. Now, let's say you guys want to do this anyways. Let's say you want to do it. It's fine. You little power wheelie. You know, this doesn't happen all the time when somebody does this. This is kind of a random situation. It's uncommon still. But if you guys are having the Pack Talk Edge Duo, or if you get any of the Cardo stuff, which there's a sale going on for 22% off, have one on her helmet, have one on your helmet. Tell her, hold on. Grab me. I'm going to do this. Tell her. She probably doesn't even know that you're going to do it. You just did it. When you have a passenger, you need to communicate with your passenger what you're doing. Hey, I'm going to accelerate hard here. Hey, I'm stopping hard. Hey, hold on. Hey, we're going to go for a turn. And then after a while, like on turns, you don't have to tell her. She knows what to do. At stoplights, she knows what to do. But especially on situations like this, hey, I'm going to do a power wheelie real quick. Hold on. Because you don't want that. And they have a Bluetooth system. I don't know what one, but he probably has one and she doesn't.
This rider admitted that he and his passenger got way too confident on the bike, and this incident gave them a lot
She
to
tried.
think about.
We talk about mechanism of injury. So she's landing on the top of her head or on the base of her head. Either way, it's going to compress or flex or extend the cervical spine. So we possibly have a spinal cord injury. But if she did hit her head, she could have a head injury, whether it's a level 1 through 4, probably level 1 TBI, which is just a minor concussion. But still, with no gear other than gloves, road rash. Road rash. Swing those hips around. That's a very appropriate song for that video. All right, here it comes.
Rear brake.
Okay, so he's practicing. Very good. And went a little too far. A little too far. There's no one on the road. This looks like a road that's not a lot of traffic. So he's practicing.
Okay, the
broke some things.
Strong enough.
Okay, rear brake wasn't strong enough. He's practicing. He's doing after actions on himself. This is kind of what I do when it comes to the Smart Rider drills. I'm like, oh, I can accelerate around this cone, or I need to brake on this cone. I can cut this cone short, or whatever. I need to go wide on this one. So you're doing after action to get better. So that's what he's doing here. So that's fine. High risk. He needs to develop the higher skill.
The bike is messed up.
And so you deal with damages to the bike. That's why you have protection for the bike, protection for yourself. He has, it seems like, gear. Ooh.
This rider couldn't let go of the confrontation, but it's important to note.
Oh, you got to practice your U-turns if you're going to be doing that.
On the driver, he just exchanged some words.
Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's take a look at what actually happened. Okay, we don't really care too much about the after, like, oh, I'm pissed. Regulate your emotions. Shit happens. Don't have to worry about it. Take care of yourself. All right, here we go. So we're coming around this corner. It's a blind corner. We don't see the vehicle. Now we see the vehicle. Okay, this seems pretty typical. If that's an intersection for vehicles, yeah, they should saw us and like stomped and waited because they have to yield, but they didn't, so they just went for it. Maybe we were going super fast. Let's take a look. Were we going really fast? Maybe they don't anticipate. Yeah, we're going pretty fast. So they weren't anticipating somebody going that fast and catching up to them, and they thought they could probably make it. Good job with the brakes, though. Good job with the brakes. If he didn't apply the brakes and just decided to rev bomb, we would have had issues. So good job with the brakes. You see how that's going to save him? Could have swerved left a little bit, but
go of the confrontation.
It is what it is.
It's important to note that he didn't.
We don't have to do this.
With such an.
All right, little wheelies, landing wheelies, having fun.
Visibility, the
going pretty fast.
Only rely on luck.
Oh dear. Couldn't see much there. Can't do much on that situation, so always be aware for cagers.
Sit on my couch and watch. Look at this.
Okay, well, they kind of creeped out a little bit. Okay. Let's take a look. They creeped out. So we're on our lane. Look at the lane that we're in. We're in the middle. We switched towards the middle. They went towards the middle too. We did that so we have better view, but if you know it's a blind curve, just kind of stay a little bit more to the right. But It is what it is. You gotta swerve if you have
See
to.
what I'm talking about?
No.
See, I have a microphone. What?
Okay. So he's talking about setting up motovlog stuff.
Nope.
Okay, we're not gonna hit mirrors. Okay, so he's doing a motovlog. He's got a side of the vehicle coming out right there. Not a fun thing to have, but once we recognize that, let's put our hands back on the handlebars. Let's apply some brakes a little bit. We don't have to put a lot, just a little bit of progressive braking to get ourselves slowing down to kind of see what's about to happen, and then move over into the escape path, which is what he did.
What the?
See how he moved over to the escape path? But you don't have to pass. You can just stay in the escape path, slow down, and let them have it. It's not a big deal. And then when it's time to pass, it's time to pass.
Nope.
Don't hit the mirrors. All right, so we're coming here, another side of the vehicle. Swerve. Good job with the swerve. So with that part right there, okay, so we see the side of the vehicle coming out. So when it comes to locating the hazard, is it a relevant threat? Yes. We have to navigate. So he's going to swerve left, apply a little bit of brakes. That's initial reaction. That's fine. Swerve left into the open spot. But when you swerve, you really want to swerve, okay? Don't just kind of move over. I want you to swerve. Okay, swerve out of the way. I want to aim. Here's the thing, guys. Like, I don't want to aim for like this. Or, okay, let's go back just a little bit. Let's just go back just a little bit.
Nope.
I want to show you what I'm aiming for when I swerve. Because when I say swerve, it's very easy to say, okay, I swerved out of the way. No, I want you to freaking swerve. So we get up to here. Great lane positioning. This is a great lane positioning because we have space cushions to the right. We have a big area to the left that nobody's really in. So I like that he's in the left part of the lane. Okay, that's going to give him a lot of options. An easy one is like just to do that, right? Okay, so we're coming up to here. Okay, we see that. Here's the swerve. So I'm not just trying to aim for this right here. I'm aiming for that. I'm aiming for the far side of that next lane. Not this. Because if I'm right here and it's a problem, right here could be a problem too. I'm going to swerve hard here. Now, so if you swerve super hard, could the bike lose traction? Yes, if you do hard directional steering, right? So if you're going, I don't know, I can't see the speed. Let's say he's going 45. If you're going 45 and you just try to direct steer, well, you're going to flip the bike. So you're going to have to do some counter steering. You have to do that directional steering. So what's happening is, yeah, you might, let's take a look. So if we do a short, I'm exaggerating this, but if we do a short swerve, it's going to be quick to that. If we do a hard swerve, if we're going to do a hard swerve, it's going to take you a little bit more to finally get to that. So if a short swerve will probably be like that. Okay? For illustrative purposes, that's not exactly how it's going to turn out, but this extra time to get to the other side is going to take extra distance. But during this time right here, during that extra time and distance, you're still getting farther away. So yes, you want to aim for it, but you can do that. Now, think about it though. Think about it. How can we practice this, right? This right here, this position is the same distance in a lane as that position. So if we had to swerve, let's say we're over here, right here in this part. If we swerved hard to this side, it's the same distance as swerving right here to this side. You see that? So how do we practice? If we're riding in town or in a lane, there's no traffic or whatever, pick out a spot right in front of us. Let's say it's a pothole or just a different colored spot. We're right, and it's going to be right over us. And normally we'll just kind of like, oh, I'm going to go around it like that, right? Oh, wrong button. So if there's a spot here, let's practice swerving to the other side of the lane. It's not hard to do. You'll be, with some good oomph, you can do it. And so the same thing applies to the other side of this lane. Now, it would be extremely hard to get like swerve hard into the parking lot. But that's what I'm trying to get at, is that if you're going to swerve, don't swerve, oh, there's a car coming, I'm going to swerve a little bit inside my lane. Oh, the car's coming, I'm going to swerve a little bit basically inside my lane. Take up a whole new spot. over there. And that's because if they do come out and they peek out here, instead of swerving into this spot and colliding, I'm going to go ahead and swerve into this spot initially. And if they end up right here, I'm still out of there. That's what I'm trying to get at. So from here, he swerves, good, but we barely make it to the inside of this lane. Just a tiny baby swerve. Swerve to this side. Aim for this side. You might not make it to this side until like right here, right? Because we're talking about distance also. So let's say this is like where he swerved, but if we kept aiming for, let's say we're aiming for this side, but maybe like right here, let's just do this right here where he finally ends up, he'll probably be like right here. You know what I mean? So let's say we're aiming for this side and about like right here where we enter in our travel, he might be right here still aiming for this side, right? But he's right here versus right here. This space cushion is better than this space cushion. So you still want to aim for it. You might not achieve it, just like total stopping distance. You're still going to be able to be further away. Do more than you need to. Okay? Do more than you need to. You don't realize how much more you might need. Practice your swerves inside your lanes from one side to the other. You'll get better at it. And then right here, don't look back. Don't look back. This is a great head position to make a really sharp right turn for him. Don't look back because now you're naturally, I mean, we want to go back in our lane, but you don't know what's happening in front of you. You succeeded, you passed, you're good. Look forward, get back in your lane, new position for safety. It's a natural response. I get it. It's a natural response. You want to check your pants? That's fine. Scary. There you go. Good. Okay, so don't ride angry. This is called self-regulation. So he's doing a little somatic release with some breathing. Very good. I would pull off into like one of these areas. I wouldn't stay in the middle of the road, but perfect. Good job, though. I'm not saying what he did was wrong. I'm just saying, like, aim for something more.
Where it looks like the driver blinded by the sun completely.
Hold those handlebars, dude. He's only holding with, like, 2 fingers. Like, why do we need to clutch down and stuff? He's ready for a horn. He's barely holding on. Like, dude, hold that. Yeah, your horn did a lot, did it? Horn did nothing. Horn did nothing. All right, here we go. Grom Squatch. How you doing, Grom Squatch? Some Chipotle. All right, so we're going to turn left. There's a left turn arrow. Just double checking. Okay, merging. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. They kind of started going in after you. Okay, they're supposed to go to the first available lane. It looks like it's a 2-lane road. Not a big deal. Now, if you see this, though, kind of like what Grom Squatch did, this is one of those emergency accelerations to get out of there, just in case. Now, there's no centerline stripe, but it's a big enough lane. They probably were just going to try to make it a 2-lane. But yeah, just accelerate out. Happens. It happens. Happens with cars. Like you're in a car, they're in a car. All right, here we go. We're going to go a little wide. Good job recognizing that. Moving over, new position. These things happen. You don't even really tell and how they can happen. Oh, I remember this one. Oh. Good job with the brakes. A big problem, let's say he applied the brakes hard with the handlebars turned like that, it would fall towards that way. So you apply the brakes, it compresses the front forks, it bops up, but it starts to lean hard to the right. So that's pretty scary, but he did great. It's a blind turn, so we have a line of sight issue. Good job with the brakes. Now, slow speed, he was able to do that. He did slam it, but at slow speed, once it grabs traction, you can really grab it. And it takes a little bit more for you to grab traction at higher speeds, so this is perfectly fine. He probably had his foot down. Good job with the paddle walking. It's pretty tough if you can't put your feet down after something like that. That person should have went a little wider, or maybe we should have went wider. I don't know what the road rules here in this country. But good job with the brakes and not dropping the bike. All right, so he's looking for traffic. He's gonna accelerate. We got cars moving behind him. Whoa! So I don't know if it's the same, because for here, you have to go in the first available lane. So we didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so but I don't, like, we're supposed to go in the first available lane. Or maybe he's in the lane that's the lane that it goes into, you know what I mean? If it's like a 3 or 2 lane turn, you stay in your lane. That car, though, knew what he was doing. Very close call. Very lucky, though. Very lucky. All right. Lane filtering. The guy in the car is just a D-bag, probably. It's just whatever. We're going to move on. We're not going to deal with them. All right, here we go. Intersection. So that's going to be an orange stage. We're going to be paying attention, locating hazards. They yielded. Good. We're moving on. Rain. Watch out for road surface hazards. So it's going to be wet. So a longer time to brake, a longer time to accelerate, because you need your tires to get that traction. Make sure you have good tire tread. If you have bald tires, this is extremely dangerous. Watch out for oil at the intersections, because it will come up. It's a surfactant. Water will get underneath the oil, push it up.
Trying to force your way in.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't see too much. We're just talking about the rain. Let's move on. Whoa, was that a lightning strike? I bet you he felt it. I bet you he felt that. All right, close call. Here we go. We're merging into the lane. We have a cyclist. There's the side of the vehicle. Good job slowing it down. Whose fault was it? The car. The car's fault. I mean, they probably didn't see us because of the line of sight issue. So let's take a look. So you see how you can't see you can barely see the car. You can barely see. I always look in between cars like this to see if I see the side of a vehicle. And if I do, I mean, that means they're waiting. I really want to make myself visible. So now you definitely see the side of the vehicle. Start to slow it down. Okay, as soon as they do that, good job. Job with the brakes. We have some horns and everything. They see it. They see it. Everyone sees it fine. You aim for your escape. Still. Okay. It is what it is. Moto Hermit. All right, so we're coming up through here, merging area. So everyone's just trying to merge. Not a big deal. Side of the police car. He kind of, yeah, wasn't supposed to be doing that. Okay. Roundabout. So the people are supposed to yield. Didn't yield. Okay, just getting behind them. Not a big deal. We're gonna get some gasolina. Uh-oh. Ooh, they caught it. So right here, there's a little coupling. It'll snap off. Now, I had a mother-in-law at one point do this, broke it, and then started driving down the highway. And she had to pay like $450. I think north of $450 to repair this. I guess pay them back. But it snaps off right there. And so if you're driving, this thing's gonna be whipping around. Pay attention. Just pay attention. Yeah. Just pay attention. Get off your phones. Another thing, just a little heads up. When you're pumping gas, right? Don't sit there with your hand on the nozzle. What you don't know, and there's a great video of it, and ever since I seen it, like over a decade ago, I don't stand next to the gas pump. When you're pumping gas, you're getting vapors. Even with those vapor control things in California you guys like, those things are annoying. You're still going to get vapors coming out, okay? Hydrocarbon vapors. So gasoline, Class B fuel, hydrocarbon vapors. Still going to come out. Those fumes smell good? Okay. All right. Get yourself a gasoline candle, the one that smells like gasoline. Don't stand next to these vapors. That's a cancer-causing thing, okay? So what I do is I start the pump and I do the little hand thingy so it stays locked in, and I walk over to this side. I walk over there. And then I just keep an eye on what it is. And when it's done, I come around, undo it, put it back, get back in the car, and go. Okay? Don't stand next to it. You get the vapors. You get all these vapors here. And it like completely engulfs your body, so it gets in your clothes, and now you're smelling it the whole time in the car too. And it's not good for your lungs, brain, all that stuff. That would have been expensive. And every time I drive off, even though I know I put it back, before I put it in drive, I look at my mirror and I see if it's attached or not. All right, here we go. This music is stupid. Open lane pattern. We've seen that all the time. Good job. Recognize it. Probably saw the high vis, thankfully. So we're coming here. It's another side of the vehicle. Slow it down. No reason to accelerate into it. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Oh, we're in a car. Are we going to watch a motorcyclist crash? Oh, nice little pass on the right. Not very smart of the rider. We have these other videos right here. But once again, thank you, MotoStars, for putting this video out there 11 months ago. We do have that Cardo sale July 3rd and 4th. 22% off site-wide, including the Pack Talk Pro. And you get a sweet little decal when it comes to, you can put it on your Pack Talks. So with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe. I'll be seeing you guys on the next live stream. All right, so we got one more, guys. We got one more. This one's a different video. So I want to get that Pack Talk. Let's do open new image. Oh, it keeps downloading it. I don't want to download it. I got two of them now. Let me get rid of one of them. You get that. That's pretty sweet. If you get a Pack Talk Edge Neo or Pro. And 22% off. Link in the description. I completely forgot about that. I am not promoting. I mean, we have so many things to promote, I guess. And we got the drills, guys. Once again, we have the new. I'll do that here. Wait, thanks for your payment. What did I pay? Oh. Let's see. So we have the new drills. It's a digital download. So the digital download, 24 new drills, or not 24 new drills. We have a couple new ones, but 24 drills, digital download, $19, the Smart Rider drills. And let me go ahead and zoom in. I'll just do the promo here with you guys. So on the Righty Tighty, my time was 13.12 seconds, and it has a video QR code. So this is what it looks like. So the QR code. Now, since it's on your phone, it's like, well, how do I scan the QR code on my phone? Just click it. I made every one of them clickable.
First, familiarize, warm up, more time. Here we go.
And I show you that I got my time on that one. So links in the description for that, and it's actually at the top of the chat for that one. So it's a digital download. Check it out. I just ordered the booklets. So we're going to get physical booklets in by the end of the month, hopefully. They're going to send me a proof, and if it looks good, I'm going to say, yeah, go ahead and print off 150 of them. All right, so let's do this. Dan, have bad eyes and need glasses. Could people wear glasses in their helmets? Yes. Yes, they can. It might put pressure on the sides because the helmet will push down. It might create some pressure. But, yeah, you can have glasses. I want a green and gold Springbok Cardo. I wonder how hard it would be to make your own decals. That'd be kind of cool. I want like a firefighter one. I might actually I want to get a hold of them and be like, can you guys make a Dan the Fireman one? That'd be kind of cool. So I got this. So we got this Bandito one. So we're going to try to make this work. Okay, this is the first time using this person's crash and close call videos. We're going to see some similar ones because we've done all the new MotoStars ones. He puts them out quicker because they're just clips. Crash Bandito actually put some commentary and a few other things, so some editing. So I know that takes him a little bit longer to do. We're going to try to make this work. If it doesn't work out and I don't like the video, it's not going to be live. I'll probably make it for members only. But we're gonna practice this one. Okay, this is gonna be a tough one. I don't know why I keep doing this in my hand. Maybe it's because I like to look at my forearm. Look at that. Look at that forearm. Look at that. Okay. Here we go. So once again, we have the sale. We'll talk about the sale. Vascular. Ooh. Okay. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. We got Crash Bandito NL, I believe. This is the first time utilizing one of his videos. We usually use MotoStars videos. He does some commentary on this, so I'll give you a little bit of update. He does some commentary on this. We're gonna play along with the commentary. We're gonna answer the questions because he does throw out some questions, but we're still gonna be utilizing the plan method. That's where we come in. Okay, so this is an educational thing. He's gonna give us some good context. Might see some of the same crashes and close calls that we saw from MotoStars in the past couple weeks, but we're gonna have some fun with this one. But before we jump into it, yes, there is a sale July 3rd and 4th, 48-hour flash sale for 22% off. Everything site-wide. Grab yourself a Pack Talk Edge. And the 22% off applies to the Pack Talk Pro. And they never give discounts for the Pack Talk Pro, especially 22% off. Use the link in the description. Use the coupon code DDTF in the description or in the promo code area. Anyways, it's all in the description. Check it out. But we're going to have fun with these guys. Let's see what happens. I've only seen a couple of his videos, and he gives a lot of context, so we're gonna have to add some more to it.
In Los Angeles.
Okay, so Los Angeles.
For an upcoming Moto TT when things go sideways.
Moto TT. So we've seen this one before on on MotoStars. Oh geez, that's close. A very dangerous situation.
A sharp turn right before merging onto a busy highway.
So lean too hard on. We're gonna talk about how that happens and why that happens. And then what we can do differently.
A heart-stopping near miss with oncoming traffic.
Yeah,
saved
that's
only by one incredibly
very lucky.
Camry.
So is that the Camry driver? That's his Instagram. Nice side bicep. You know, good job. Front delt's looking good.
The rider
like
was okay,
that.
but the bike was totaled.
I wonder if the bike got hit afterwards. Okay, so let's take a look at what happened here. So thanks for the context. It's in LA. So he's somehow practicing for a Moto TT. Probably not. So we're doing a nice highway pull. We have chevrons indicating it is a sharp turn. So we're going to be leaning really hard because we're putting a lot of speed. And we're going to have to do some lean angle to get ourselves staying in that line. Because if we're staying up straight and giving it speed, we're going to go off the side. So he's coming through here
for an upcoming Moto
pretty hard.
When things went sideways.
So he kind of got shot out a little bit. You see how he went close to the line, got out of the line. So now we're out here past the line and still increasing our speed. So now he's like, oh, I got to lean harder to get back into here. What you can do instead of leaning harder and maintaining your speed, how about you just slow your speed down and you'll start to go in. Just slow down a little bit. Because now we're adding more. We're adding more lean, adding more, adding. So traction loss means that you're adding too much traction that's needed for your tires. And your tires, let's say it has 100 points of traction and you started off with 50. It's like, well, I'm going to lean more. Okay, now you need 60. Now I'm going to add more speed. Now I'm going to have to use 70. And you keep doing that over and over again. You hit 100 out of 100. Now you need 110 out of 100. Boom, that's when you fall. That's when you lose traction. So if you keep adding, at some point you're going to crash. So how about you go around this corner nice and easy, maybe get slowly up to the speed limit. It's a huge on-ramp. And before, let's see, you still have all that on-ramp. So once you get to the part where it's straight, then give it speed. Because now you don't need as much traction to go straight. You just need enough to stay on tires because gravity's going to help you out. At that point, now you can give it and get up to speed. Getting up to speed beforehand, I get it. It's a fun curve. I'm not trying to kill your guys' vibe. It's a fun curve. You're going to have fun, still get it there, but whatever. Here's the risk that we take. I don't want to take the risk. I want to go home. I don't want to have a damaged bike. I just want to get on the interstate and go home. That's my goal. My goal isn't to take corners crazy fast. We went over the Gore area, launched in traffic. Now, we're playing Frogger. Imagine if he left his house 2 seconds. Left his house 2 seconds faster. He would be right here. He'd be right there. Boom, hit. Dead. These guys are going to highway speeds. You're dead. So when I say how lucky he is, he's extremely lucky. Don't put yourself in this situation, though.
Highway. The Camry drive. A region. A biker turn.
Is that a volcano? Puy de Dôme. How do you say that in French, guys?
Through France's stunning Puy de Dôme, a region.
Puy de Dôme. There you go.
Known for its ancient volcanoes, was enjoying the ride of a lifetime.
That's pretty cool.
Until something happened.
That's
that
pretty
completely
awesome.
ruined the trip.
I like that he gives context. That's very nice. And having the GPS like that, and then if you have your Cardo PackTalk Edge or Pro, you turn on the alerts, and it'll tell you turn-by-turn navigation so you don't have to figure it out. And I do like having the GPS here because just like in video games, you have, hey, we have a turn coming up, you know, in 16 kilometers. But then you can see on the map, we have a pretty sharp turn, and then we have like this U-y type turn. So these turns right here and right here are pretty sharp, so we should probably not go super fast around those turns. That's why I like having the GPS there on my phone. I have a rock format, link in the description for that, and then I have my PackTalk talking to me too at the same time. So he's going pretty decent speed. That person probably was going, oh. That person probably didn't have GPS on their phone, recognizing it was a sharp turn. They went fast around the turn. So it went too fast. Look at that lean angle, having to try to make that turn at a high speed. Probably sees us. And what do you think happens typically when somebody sees like another vehicle there and they're already panicking a little bit? They panic more. They probably slam the brakes. Let's see if I can slow it down. Let's see if that front tire dips in first. Yep. Front tire dips in. He probably slammed the brakes. Probably slammed the brakes hard because he saw us. And that's a problem for us now.
According to the NHTSA,
La Crosse,
Wisconsin sees about 432 DUI arrests per 100.
Look at the freaking alcoholics there, guys. Calm down. Calm down.
1,000 residents, putting it among the top states for DUI enforcement. Driving under the influence doesn't just risk lives. It could lead to serious legal consequences.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Alcohol is a depressant. It's going to delay responses from your brain to your body because it's a nervous system depressant. So the moment you think you need to stop for the stop sign, you're not going to stop as soon as you think that. It's going to delay like, oh, okay. You're going to think it like, I should probably stop. And then you finally start stopping 2-3 seconds later. Because when it comes to total stopping distance, when you have this, a normal reaction time, so a normal perception time is 1 second, reaction time is 1 second, and then you start applying the brakes, you have about 3 seconds. With alcohol, double that. Imagine doubling your total stopping distance just because you had alcohol. So just don't drink and drive.
In this clip, a rider confronts.
Now what that says is that if you drive slower,
one of those DUI drivers after he crashes.
All right, so we're coming up to here. Oh!
Car just crashed.
Let's see how he crashed. So he probably was speeding and then wasn't paying attention, almost hits the white vehicle and swerves hard because he's drunk and doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing. Swerved hard right, lost control while slamming the brakes, so he started sliding, right? Hit a tree. I've seen a lot of people do this. They wrap their cars around trees and they just straight up die.
Whoa! Car just crashed.
Let's take a look at this. So good job. You went to rescue. Good job. He doesn't know what's happening yet.
Hey! What the is happening? Dude, just...
So, real quick, we already have the context that there's a DUI, drinking and driving. This person, the rider, has no clue until after the fact, right? Until he's gathered more information. It could be a drunk driver. It could be having having a diabetic episode. It could be having somebody having a seizure episode. It could be somebody having a heart attack. It could be having a narcoleptic episode. Like, it could be any medical reason, or he crashed for no medical reason, and now he's acting weird because he has a TBI. And so this is dangerous no matter what. You don't know what caused the crash. You don't know what the crash caused. Either way, a vehicle damaged and somebody acting erratic driving a 1,000 pound machine could kill someone. So when it comes to rescuing, ensure your own safety first. This person is a hazard. So you're looking for hazards, right? Watch for traffic. This person is a hazard. Don't get in front of this vehicle. Stay to the sides of the vehicle. Don't get behind the vehicle. They can reverse into you. Be as agile as you possibly can, but don't get in front of the vehicle because this person will act like an idiot. Now we know it's a drunk driver. But now the accident could have caused...
You're...
He's bleeding? Okay, so...
5322.
So good. He called out the license plate, ASS 5322. So even if he forgot it, he has it on camera. He can go back and report that. So that's what you do. If you see something, say it out loud, especially if you're recording, so that you have that knowledge.
I got him. Hey Siri, call 911.
You can do that on your Pack Talk, but here's the thing. Don't put yourself in a dangerous position. It's that person's life and responsibility and consequence. Yes, he could hit somebody else, and he can kill somebody else. If you want to be a hero and do this, I'm not saying don't do it. Everyone can do their own thing. But just like rescue, ensure your own safety first. Don't drive erratic. Don't run red lights. Don't run stop signs. Don't try to lane split at high speeds just to keep up with this person. Do your best to call 911 just like this. Hands-free because of the Cardo. You can do that. Give him the information that you have and hope for the best. And honestly, try to forget about it afterwards. You did everything you can. Go to a point of, okay, now it's unsafe for me to do so. And firefighters do that too. EMS, police do that to some point. But if it's unsafe for like a firefighter to go down a cliff just to rush in there without the appropriate gear, don't do it, because now somebody has to rescue you if you fail. Get the appropriate gear, make it sure it's safe for you to do so. There's time to, it's called risk a lot, save a lot, risk little, save little, risk nothing to save nothing. At this point, it's risk little, save little. And it's going to slowly turn into risk nothing to save nothing. You don't risk a lot because there's nothing a lot to save here.
Hello? Hey, I just watched a car crash on the main road, and now he's running. He didn't crash into someone. Okay, now he's finally pulling over. I'm right in front of the winery, DNA wineries.
Good. So I love what this guy's doing. He's giving location. So we talk about Lunar and firefighter safety and everything, but location is the first one. And so giving location to everything. So now he's updating dispatch to where to go.
Okay. Yeah, but you just like smack.
It's an intense compartment intrusion. We talk about MOI on this one. That force is transmitted into his legs, and his head probably broke this window, and possible TBI. Very high you can see a little bit of blood on his finger, so he's got blood somewhere. The fact, if I ever pulled up on a car accident and I saw that, this person is hurt. Because not only is it going to the legs, but you have to think, this right here is hitting his rib cage too. And we're talking about shearing of organs and everything like that.
Smash your car, you got
and blood vessels.
Gush your forehead.
From my forehead.
Yeah, you can't just
scalp.
go.
Scalp lacerations bleed a lot.
My life forever.
I don't care. You gotta stop, dude.
My kids, I will be okay.
I know, but you're from your head and your car is totaled.
If you go that way, I will be okay.
I don't care.
I promise you.
Bebop and Bundles is the business right in front of me.
Please.
I dude.
So I've been on calls where the guy's like begging, bargaining. He's grieving right now. This is what grief looks like in real time. He realized his old life before the crash. Oh, I'm drinking and driving, not a big deal. I'm going home, not a big deal. Whatever. My life with kids and everything's fine. I'll just deal with the hangover, whatever. Not a big deal. Now he crashed. Life's changed because now there's issues, and now consequences. And so he's really begging to have his old life without these consequences. And this sucks because at the end of the day, it's like, dude, like you need to stop because one, you're going to probably kill someone. You already stopped. You're going to have to deal with life here. Also, as the motorcycle rider, I'm not going to tell him. I'm going to tell him like, hey, don't drive. But if he does drive, it's like, all right.
I can't just let that go.
You gotta let it go.
I can't. The business in front of me is Bebop and Bundles. I do not. Well, he's running again.
So don't put yourself in a dangerous spot. Don't run the reds. Okay, he did fine. He did head checks. That's good.
Follows him home, but chooses not to film further out of respect for his privacy. The driver ended up with $1,700 in tickets.
Just tickets? He didn't get a... All right.
Somewhere in the mountains of California.
Somewhere in California. Oh, guys. I want you guys to point out where this is at if you're from California.
Every single one of them got target fixated.
Oh, we've seen this one. We have the other guy right here. Right here.
This biker managed to save himself from a target fixation crash, but his friend wasn't so lucky.
So his friend target fixated also.
Fixated.
So target fixating on things. So he's target fixated on the problem. He's going a little too fast. So he's like, oh crap, I'm going to go there. That's where I'm aiming. That's where I'm headed for. So I'm going to look here. Okay. With your head and eyes, look at the solution. With your body, apply brakes, slow it down as best you can, and then counter steer yourself into that. Look for the solution. It's a natural instinct to look for problems, right, women? It's a natural instinct to look for problems. Men, stay focused on the solution. Everybody stay focused on the solution. We all jump to this. We all jump, oh, there's the problem. Okay, cool, that's the problem. What's the solution? Focus on the solution and then aim and take action for that. Okay, he handled it, but his buddy was riding this person's ride, not their own ride.
But his friend wasn't so lucky.
No. Little damage, broken rim, not gonna be able to ride that home. There it is, towed it out. It could have been a lot worse.
In the Czech Republic, a biker was cruising
sharp left turn, got the chevrons, slowed it down, very good.
Turns didn't go as planned.
He's accelerating through it. There it is, okay, good. When he was straight, he did it. Now we have another sharp turn coming up ahead, so taking it. Look at the road. Is it gonna be a slippery? It's gonna be a slippery part. Let's take a look. Nope. Oh, yep. Now it looks slippery because it's a wet ground.
Boys.
The rider mentioned cold tires might have been
cold tires.
But what stood out to me was that he crossed a thick road surface line. His rear tires might have been the cause, but what stood out to me was that he crossed a thick road.
Okay, his tires are right here.
Surface line. His rear tire.
His tire slid out. He wasn't close. He didn't. His handlebars crossed, but that's because of the angle. But his tires are in line right here, so he never crossed onto that. He never crossed onto the paint. Okay, so cold tires. If that's what the rider thinks. I mean, he made the other turn back there. That was perfectly fine. Cold tires, they tend to warm up within like 2 to 3 minutes when you start riding. So I don't know if it's cold tires, but it's probably cold out.
His rear tire lost grip, and he slid out, and speed definitely played a role too. But
so yeah, speed
caused the crash.
Okay, so
let me know what you think in the comments below.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what the comments for me. So let's take a look at this initial part. Okay, so the road looks kind of wet. Okay, maybe there's a slight little drizzle. Now we don't have any drizzle right here. And so here's the problem. When you have a little bit of rain, especially within the first 20 to 30 minutes of rain, the road, any oil on the road will climb to the top, because when water gets mixed with oil, it doesn't. But when it gets mixed with oil, the water goes underneath the oil and raises it up. Now, when it's dry, the oil is seeped into the asphalt and it's not a big deal, okay? But when it's wet, especially the first 30 minutes of a rain, the water from the rain is going to lift the oil up and it's going to slowly slide off to the edge if the road is, curved that way. So watch out for oil on the road, especially when it's a light rain or the first 30 minutes of a rain. So I think might have been this, but I couldn't see his hand. Let's take a look at his hand. Did he slam the brakes? No, he didn't. He just straight lost traction on that rear tire. So speeding it up and everything, maybe a little bit of wet. That's what I think.
And speed comments below. A group of riders was on
Dallas, Texas.
35 in Dallas, riding when a car tried to pass a slowing biker without
nice little drone. Little drone shot. Oh, geez. Why are we blurring our speedo? Probably going a little too fast. Take a look. Faster than the flow of traffic. Car driver did nothing wrong. Did nothing wrong. You see the motorcyclist in front of the car driver? You can even see the brake lights with the motorcyclist. The motorcyclist slammed the brakes on the car driver. He moved into an escape path to the right.
Cars at fault. Instead of braking, it abruptly changed lanes. I see this all the time.
Now, legally, the car's at fault, right? For hitting the motorcyclist. Hey, we're going 70 something. You messed up the blur. You messed up the blur. Blur didn't keep up, buddy. You got to go frame by frame when you want to blur those things out. 70 something. 70 something. So higher than the flow of traffic. Buddy slammed the brakes. This person switched lanes. We got hit. It's understandable. Nobody's going to like it. But how about we all not act like idiots on bikes?
Instead of braking, they move over without checking shoulders. Don't be such a driver.
Don't be such a driver, guys. Don't be such a driver.
The rider handled it well and did move to the right to avoid a total collision. To even prevent more in the future, riding defensively is key. Braking early or moving to the emergency lane would have been safer.
So right here, yeah, checking his body. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like being next to traffic like this. If you're walking on, look back. Look back there.
It's right there. Why didn't you look? You don't.
Orlando, Florida.
Okay, moving on.
Something dangerous. A car
Orlando, Florida.
Just 30.
It's like we're watching cops like, ooh, the music.
35 miles per hour on the highway.
35 miles per hour.
Flashers on, scraping the road's edge.
Okay.
He tries to alert police not once, but multiple times. Okay. And what happens next raises some serious questions about the police force there as it gets crazier.
What do you guys think? Have you dealt with, have you guys dealt with Orange County sheriffs? We saw a split second of what happened right there. Let's take a look.
The police force there as it gets crazier.
So he must have lost traction or swerved hard because he was drinking and just is not paying attention. Hits the guardrail hard. So if we're riding and we see this, stay back. Stay back. Talk on your Cardo Pack Talk Pro with a link in the description for the discount July 3rd and 4th. And actually, when you order the Pack Talk Edge Pro or Neo, they're going to send out a decal. So you might want to check that out. That's pretty cool. All right, so we hit that. Now, if they're going to do that, okay. You call 911.
Yo, hey.
You talk to them.
Hurry, look behind you.
I like how they keep putting that up. Is this when it happened? Oh, so they hit the left. Okay. Hard swerve because they're not paying attention. Hit the right. Stay away. Stay away. Another hit. Okay. The airbags went off. She's walking wounded. She's doing fine.
Never be like this woman. She was okay, but very drunk, and what happens next makes the situation even crazier.
So like sometimes, yeah, I would say 95% of the time they're drunk. Not me. But the other 5%, I'm going to stand over here. The other 5% could be a diabetic episode. And they look drunk. But most of the time, they're drunk. Just letting you know.
Her car sat stalled on the highway with no signs of emergency warnings, while cars flew past at high speeds.
Whoa, did somebody else crash? So when we talk about rescuing and ensuring our own safety, pay attention to the road back there. Pay attention if there's cars coming, because they will hit you on accident. They don't want to hit you, but ensure your own safety. Stay off to the side, exactly like this guy's doing.
This is a Sheriff's Association plate on her car. That's not just decoration. Those plates are often given to sponsor of law enforcement, and in this case, it might have come from her husband or father.
Oh, jeez.
That almost hit me, bro.
Okay. What's the Sheriff's Association plate? Charity plate, husband or family must be a sheriff. Explains this, no citation. I mean, I have like a firefighter plate, but it's not. Well, I guess you can get a union plate if you really wanted to. So maybe it's like, yeah, the association is a union. So the sheriff union plate. I don't agree with. They needed citations.
A consequence? You tell me. Is this something we should just accept, or is it time to start calling it out? Let
Call
me
it
know your
out.
Thoughts in the comments below.
No one's above the law.
In Navarra, Piemonte, a rider returned to the road after 7 long months. He climbed onto his brand new bike, but things really went terribly wrong.
So being off the bike for 7 months, getting back on the bike, you are going to lose some skills. It's a use it or lose it type thing. And just like with working out, you work out a lot and then you take like 6 months off, you're going to regress some of your muscle. You're going to, some strength and a few other things. And so just like with motorcycle riding, you're going to regress a little bit. You're not going to lose all of it, but you're going to need to warm yourself back up and practice. And that's why we have the Smart Rider drills. There's the digital download right now, 24 drills for $19. Links in the description for that. But get back in the parking lot and practice a little bit, because you're going to realize, ooh, I'm rusty. Going a little fast, not a big deal. 117 kilometers an hour. Thank you, David, for sending me this. 117. So 120 kilometers an hour is 75 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. 130. That is 81 miles per hour. On a road like this, not good. 150. That is 93 miles per hour. Oh, lost a little traction. Got lucky that there was an escape path.
Panicked and braked too hard with the front. The video doesn't show it well.
Got very lucky it gained traction.
While braking, always use both brakes progressively, not just the front. Grabbing the front abruptly can cause the rear wheel to lift and possibly the bike to crash.
Yeah, if you're going super fast like that and you slam it, it grabs a little traction, it could lift. But really what's happening there is that the front suspension is compressing. And so like you're going forward a little bit. The rear tire is probably going to maintain traction. It's just that rear stock is going to be, or rear suspension is going to be extended. And so it's going to make you move forward, and it's going to be a little crazy. And that's why the front brake gives you 70 to 80% of your braking power, because once you apply braking power, the weight transfers to the front tire. That rear brake doesn't do as much. And when he's talking about progressive braking, it's going to be a first initial squeeze to get weight transfer, and then more and more and more and more. Now, he's giving good tips when it comes to the braking, but when he's going 150, let's get to that, 151 kilometers an hour, that is 93 miles per hour. Not on a 93 miles per hour road. And what's happening here is, you're going to panic right here when you see that there is a turn. And so there's that panic. It's going to lose some traction because he slammed that front brake. So that's why you need to do progressive braking. But he slammed the front brake and he got panicked because he sees that there is an intersection, possibly a car coming out. He freaked out. He has to turn there. Luckily, he has an escape with the new road. So yeah, braking better, right? It's very easy to go fast. He doesn't have the skill set for good braking, so why are you going fast? Got very lucky there. Houston, Texas. Here we go.
Insurance. Tesla drivers are involved in more accidents than any other car brand.
I don't believe this. Look, it covers speeding and citations. Okay, well, not necessarily. I mean, DUIs. So these aren't really accidents. I mean, these are accidents. And they've even done studies on this where with the self-driving stuff, they have like a much lower, anyways, whatever.
And this biker in Houston, he was
it's a
just
weird
saying
stat
the same
to throw
thing
in there.
seconds before watching a Tesla cause a crash right in front of him.
Also, watch out for Teslas, man. They'll take you out. I know their cars got all these sensors and shit, but like Tesla drivers are literally the most brain dead people.
So he's merging over.
Don't do it.
Oh my. That's not an autopilot thing. That's a stupid driver. There's stupid drivers that do that all the time.
Holy shit.
That wasn't AI doing that one, or the autopilot.
Take it! Holy
That's pretty funny, though, that he pointed it out first. What's up, poppin', man? It's your boy, CMB, and I'm back with another video. And today, you guys all can see we're not on them dirt bikes today. We on them Lime scooters.
These riders were in Atlanta enjoying their time on Lime scooters, but they made one huge mistake.
Light green, go! Go!
All right. Okay, this is fun. I've done stuff like this. Not like this. But they don't have good brakes. So. I feel like I just got dumber watching that.
According
All right, 61 miles per hour. Let's go.
to recent data, about 6% of motorcycle accidents are
It's a beautiful area to ride. The road's not the greatest, but you have great visibility.
Serious motorcycle crashes involve excessive
What are we doing there?
speed.
Sharp right turn. We want to give enough. Guys, if you can't ride within the lines, you can't draw within the lines, maybe you shouldn't be drawing or riding within the lines, okay? I mean, or riding at all. It's just stay in your lane. You don't know if a car's coming. There's a car there. Dumb. Now slow it down because you're gonna have to make this turn. You can't make a turn very well. No wonder you need you needed 2 lanes to make 1 lane turn.
In this particular incident, we don't have a clear answer on what exactly caused the crash.
Well, since Crash Bandito NL does not have a clear answer for this, we are going to give him a clear answer on this. We are going 47. It's very easy at 47 to make a nice right-handed 90-degree turn. Okay, and it looks like the camber is pretty good. So, I mean, it's working with us. It's a blind line-of-sight issue, so, you know, we don't know if another car's coming. But we're going faster. Okay, we're in second gear, 47 miles per hour. It's a new rider. Let's assume, there we go. Let's assume it's a brand new rider. Doesn't have the skill set to make these turns. We're deciding to not work within our skill set, and we're going to try to do illegal things and do things that are not actually going to improve our skills, because we're basically putting bumpers on our bowling lane by using a second lane to do this. And so we're going to try to make this turn with 2 lanes versus the 1 and go at a higher speed than we normally should. So if you can't make the turn like this without 2 lanes and you need to use that 1 lane, slow it down. Just make the turn slower. Not a big deal. So we're coming up to here. Oh, crap. Can't make the turn with the speed that I wanted to with 2 lanes. Now we have a car here. Instead of slowing it down enough, we barely started to. Now we started speeding it back up at the very beginning part of the turn. Guess what's going to happen when you start speeding up at the beginning of the turn? It's going to push you to the outside. Okay, especially if you don't have the skill. If you have the skill, you can speed up through all of it. Take a track day to learn that. And then, so we're coming up to here. He's accelerating. And he's probably applying a little bit of brakes because he's freaking out too at the same time. So we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. We start getting shot out to the outside. He's going to start looking towards the problem and target fixate. He's thankfully still trying to make it, but we lost traction because we went off-road. He messed up his line doing this.
Are caused by riders drifting out of their lane, and roughly 34% of serious motorcycle crashes involve excessive speed.
Yep, true. So stay in your lane. So he increased his speed, messed up his line, car's coming, oh crap, I gotta come out here. And then now we do it at this higher speed that we're not good at. It's not even a high speed, that's the problem. It's just a low skill issue. It's a low skill issue.
In this particular incident, we don't have a clear, most people commented that he...
All right, so not knowing the road line choice, target fixation, that's it, luckiest crash you could possibly have. Yeah, it's true. Happens to all of us, dude. Not really. Get crash protection, I don't mean this to be a dick, but seriously consider doing a track day? Yes. Fast and straight line. Fast in a straight line is fun, but doing track days help me a shit ton. Okay, yep, exactly. Glad you're okay for the type of speed you're doing, getting target fixated and dumping it in a ditch. Yep, these guys are good. Target fixated on the sign could have had saved you a lot of time. The car coming from nowhere definitely defiantly played a big part of throwing you off. In the future, you remain more calm and lean your bike more. Okay, I could tell right away your confidence wasn't there. Yes, that's what his confidence wasn't there because he had to use the second lane. Not trying to trash talk, but look like you were target fixated, lack of experience, and you took poor lines. Yes. How about anybody here? Stay in your lane. Work within what you got.
Crash due to target fixation. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.
I gave you guys.
The writer walked away perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He admitted his mistakes and acknowledged there's a lot he still needs to learn, which is a solid mindset to have.
Yes, I agree.
A biker was filling up his gas when he got approached by someone with no arms.
What?
How do you put his shoes on? I mean, I guess you could slip them on, but how do you put your pants on?
Nice. Hey, man.
I wouldn't put shirts on.
Oh, really? Yeah. Damn. That's crazy. 500, huh? Yeah, 500. Back?
Yeah, it's interesting. You don't see that very often.
To make a left turn, but completely forgets to actually turn.
Escondido.
That's why you need to always stay alert and commit fully to your maneuvers.
Okay, commit fully. Yep. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, so. All right, take a look. Red light. Red light. I don't see a red light here, so it's probably green. It's just not showing up. So it's a green arrow. So he was in the left turn lane. These two are going this way. This person's going this way. This person's going this way. That's the reason why the car back here wasn't moving. So we decided to get into the left turn lane. I want to go straight. Not very smart. Because this is where we collide. Not very smart. Yeah, he was in the left turn lane. Let's take a look. So
you need to always stay alert and commit fully to your maneuvers.
Okay, you will commit fully to the left turn that you're in. So we're in the left turn lane. Car stopped. It's a red light. Left turn only.
Fortunately, the biker wasn't injured in the crash, as he later confirmed. It's a good reminder of how bad focus can lead to serious consequences on the road.
Yeah, he wasn't... Exactly. I'd be saying the same thing, dude. Crash Bandito NO.
A biker from Dallas captures just how dangerous aquaplaning can be. And how quickly it can turn a routine ride into a new
aquaplaning. So aquaplaning, he's going 129 miles per hour. So hydroplaning, aquaplaning, whatever, you're basically sliding on top of the water, just like when you skip rocks or do a skimboard at the beach. Those are fun. Anybody do skimboarding? I used to have one. I used to take it to the beach or the river. So there's water. 135. Oh.
Aquaplaning happens when your tires lose contact with the road due to water buildup. Always scan the road ahead and stay alert, because when your tires lose contact, control goes with them.
Yep. So what happened here, let's take a look.
Aquaplaning happens when your tires...
So, yeah, I know, I get it. So typically on these big walls on the highways, well, if there's a car fire, how do you get to a hydrant? Well, sometimes what they have is in some of these like spots, there's like a door, like a metal door, and there's an FDC, a fire department connection to a hydrant, and sometimes these leak water. So it's leaking water all over here. Now it looks like it's coming from like this spot or something, and it's leaking water, and it can be dangerous even for cars if you're speeding like this. But on two wheels, you don't have a lot of traction. And so he accelerated, he got through it,
contact with the road due to water buildup.
lost control,
Always scan the road ahead
and then as soon as we got on dry pavement, thankfully the handlebars were somewhat straight, and it re-grabbed traction, and the bike wants to stabilize because of the gyroscopic precession.
Because when your tires lose contact,
got very
control
lucky.
goes with them. A biker from Los Angeles tried upgrading his ride with a colorful flame paste exhaust, but what started as a cool mod quickly turned dangerous when his bike actually caught fire.
Well, no duh. Caught fire. All right, let's see what happens, guys. If you're going to make mods to your bike, just realize that you're changing a lot of things, that like electrical shorts, or you know, it could change your speedo compared to, because if you got like different tires and rims and you want to go crazy, different spokes, it's going to cause a lot of issues. But playing with fire, I mean, I guess if you want a new bike and you have like full coverage, that's a good way to do it. What do we got here? We got water?
Here.
Bro, got a fire extinguisher in his car. Very nice.
Pull.
Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep, pass. So you pull the pin, you aim where you want to go, squeeze it, and sweep. Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. That's the acronym. Just like WOW. It's the acronym for the fire extinguishers. Fire extinguisher guy is excited. You don't have to paint your whole your bike. You just put the fire out. So that's an ABC extinguisher. So ordinary combustibles, hydrocarbons, and then electrical equipment. That's a dry chem extinguisher. You don't want to breathe that in. It's gonna choke you out a little bit. So once you spray it, just kind of fires out. Good. You don't want to make a big cloud like this. But once you start using one of these extinguishers, these are disposable extinguishers, they're done. They're gonna lose pressure, and then it's not gonna be used. So if you want to, just use it all, but really just do what's needed. Fires out. Because like he's spraying a ton, it can recatch if it's not going. If it still has some issues, it could always recatch. So you want to have some extra. You don't want to use it all on the first spray.
You're good. Give it back. Where's the done?
Visual mods can look great, but always prioritize safety. Not all products are designed.
Now his helmet is all destroyed too. You see that? He had his helmet right there.
Lead to serious damage. Always know what you're adding to your
backpack's
machine.
all gross. Why are you putting your backpack there?
In Utah, a biker proves that sometimes the best gear you can ride with is a chill attitude. No rush, no stress, just good vibes.
Just good vibes. I get it. I mean, it kind of looks cool and everything, but, you know, while we're sitting here just chilling, make sure you guys check out the discounts that are happening this weekend, July 3rd and 4th for the Pack Talk Pro and anything site-wide, 22% off. If you get a Pack Talk Pro Edge or Neo, you get a cool little decal, American flag decal. But we're just kind of chilling, ripped pants, nice little impact.
Bro, you dumbass. Bro, we're good.
Do they know each other?
Are you good? Yeah, we're good. Just reverse. Are you good? Yeah, we're good.
A biker was cruising down the street, but
a little dangerous, little dangerous.
Left turn.
Yeah. When we're going this fast, people don't notice how fast you're going. They think they can make it. Okay, good job with the brakes. Good job with the brakes. Good job with the brakes. Good job with the progressive braking, getting angry at somebody else because we are slowed down because now we don't get to go as fast as we want. Blah, 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 blah.
In St. Peters, Missouri, a group of friends was out enjoying a carefree ride until
beautiful area. I might start watching Crash Bandito NL just so I can see all the cool landscapes in the United States and just go visit them myself. It's almost like a travel channel at this point.
came to a sudden stop when a cop pulled them over.
How you doing, Jennifer? I'm using Jackson's GoPro and the mic doesn't hook up to older models, so sorry for the audio. So he's using the GoPro audio. It could be a little crazy. Alright, so what's the issue?
You guys know why I'm up here?
No.
I mean, you wanna come back here?
So when they say that, they want you to admit. So say no. They want you to admit. Because now it's, oh, got a confession. Yeah. Just say no. I don't know. Why? Yeah, I'd want to get off it so I can look at traffic coming.
So what are you guys doing?
Riding. Don't tell them anything.
So what, are you guys making a movie or what's the deal? 'Cause I know you were getting ready to take off there right before I lit you up.
Oh, I didn't even see.
He's baiting an answer there. I wouldn't say anything and just be like, why did you pull me over? And he's like, I want you guys to tell me why I pulled you over. It's like, why did you pull me over? Tell me why I pulled you over. It's like, do you have a reason? You're the one that pulled me over.
I know you guys didn't see me. And all your other buddies took you off and you guys were the ones. Obviously, I'm not going to chase motorcycles.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But you guys realize the risk you put everyone else at when you're driving like that.
I mean, I don't know what happened beforehand, but it's like...
Right. Yes, sir. And we don't like to chase you guys because you always take off. So you guys got IDs for me?
So they might have been acting dumb.
Okay, that's fine. All right, you guys want to hang tight for me real quick? You got insurance on your bikes? Yeah. Can you grab that for me? And I'll be right back.
Okay, so now we're doing like just a traffic stop. Now, what are we getting a ticket for?
That one's expired if you got another one. Just hang tight for me, okay?
Okay. The only thing I see happening is maybe you getting one for doing a in front of him.
Okay, so reckless riding, which is considered reckless driving.
That's how you're doing it. Yeah, I mean, I heard you like you downshifted, and then I was like, okay. But then as soon as you started going real quick, that's when you might.
Let's see what happens.
Well, he's about to be in one.
All right, so here's the deal. I'm not going to punish you guys for stopping. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
But you guys got to spread the word. You make us look bad when I'm driving behind you guys, and I got 10 motorcycles in front of me. I know you're out here having fun, but I look like I'm not doing my job if I don't stop you guys.
Well, if they're not breaking any laws, you don't have to stop them. I get what he's trying to say. He's like trying to be an empathetic and being like, hey, let's all work together. I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about my feelings and my stuff, and then maybe you guys will do what I want you to do. It's a little bit of manipulation there, honestly. Because at the end of the day, if I was the motorcycle rider, it's like, I don't care if you feel bad. Did I do anything? What did I do? I mean, he's being cool about not, giving us tickets and whatnot, but a little manipulative. Because, like, it's not the job of the cop to, like, not feel bad. And the job of the cop is to pull over reckless and dangerous people and stuff like that. And if I'm not doing anything reckless and dangerous just because I'm in a group of people and they're doing dumb stuff and I get pulled over, it's like, pull them over. I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, spread the word. Go somewhere where there's not traffic and you're going to do this stuff.
So more than likely, all of them were doing wheelies and being all dumb. And he's just saying, don't do it where there's traffic. And it's like, if they did do something wrong, give them tickets. Or just ask them nicely not to do it. Don't be like, you're making me look bad. Come on, dude. Little teenage boys making you look bad with I think your mustache. Oh, jeez. I'm being a firefighter now.
Don't do it at 6:30 during rush hour on 364.
I understand.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Have a good day.
It was all good, though. Everything.
So, where do we go?
The bikers were lucky to be stopped by this cop. They didn't get a ticket and were allowed to continue.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Oh, thank you. I think the Crash Bandito NL is actually a pretty good channel to play around with. This is a 48-minute video. I'm going to have to cut it in half. But here's the thing, guys. Make sure you grab that sale that's going on with Cardo. That's kind of rare. And then if you want to, there are some books on the store. Become a Smart Rider crew member. We got some courses coming out. And just ride safe, be safe. And with that said, grab yourself a slice of pizza, get out of here, and enjoy your weekend. All right, that was a 48-minute video, and I think I'm going to have to just stay here. I was going to go home to do my session, but I'll stay here. I'll just do that. Probably have to go pee first. We can hang out for another couple minutes. Let's go to the office. You won't have avocado. They have American. They give you the decal. You don't have to put it on. If you get it, send it to me. I asked for one because they asked me if I wanted one so I can promote it. Maybe, I wonder if it's in the mail. I haven't checked my mailbox this week. Damn. If it's in the mail, I'll put it on my card at home, and then I'll have to do like an ad or something on Instagram. See you later, Ninja. Hey, thanks guys for being here for so long. I'll sit tight for a couple more minutes, and then I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna have a little therapy session at 2, and it's 1:37 now. I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about, to be honest. I always start off just like the live streams. I just tell her like what I've been up to this month, because I do it monthly. I was like, yeah, what I've been up to this month. You know, here's some of the things that happened, the situations here. Here's how I responded to these situations, and you know, this is how I feel about these situations. Here's some concerns for my future, things that are coming up, and she'll talk to me about the situations in the past, and then she'll tell me how, you know, what kind of frame of mind I can have for the future stuff. And so it's usually pretty good. It's a nice little check-in. At this point, it's not really cognitive behavioral therapy. Well, it is, but it's the training of it has already happened. Now it's like, how do we maintain it? So it's really good. I like that. See you later, Colin. Hey, Hog Rider, how you doing? Moto Gaga, nice to have you in here. Crockett's, how you doing? Shmee makes, honestly, I bet that could be a business. You know how like chin mounts, how they basically 3D print all their chin mounts and then just put 3M tape on them. But I'm sure they like scan all these different helmets so they can have different helmets for their 3D printer and whatnot. And they just probably upscaled everything. You probably started in like the bedroom or the garage. I bet if you get one of every Cardo, like even secondhand, you know, just cheap, just so you can measure out all the different Cardo units, and then all the Sena units. I would do those two, measure all of them out, get like one of each, so you can measure all of them out, and then create decals, and then like create a store, a Shopify store, and create different decals. You can do flag decals, like different country flags, the most popular countries, or anything that's like recommended. You can do like a firefighter, police one, military ones. You can make cool design ones, like find popular stickers or popular designs or popular patches or popular whatever, or look at other decal businesses, and then or decals to match helmet graphics, yeah, or even just straight colors. So go to like a cycle gear or something, and then just find out like the most popular. So black, white helmets, right? So you can make black decals, straight black decals, white decals, so it matches the helmet. Like, dude, that could be a whole thing. That could be a whole thing with some good marketing. Right? Ooh, Cardos are waterproof. You could just hydro dip them. Yeah. I mean, I wonder how it would affect, because like you have the wheel, the little wheel. But then you would have to have the Cardo unit to hydro dip. At least with decals, it'd be easy to ship. You know, because they're only buying the decals. But yeah, I mean, just with the car, I mean, because take a look, Shmi. Let's go back. It's a fun idea. It's a fun idea to play around with. So like, you really just need the a curved part right here because it goes to the back. It looks like. So this is basically just one. It's two. It's just two stickers. So you need the little cutoff for that, but that's the measurement part, and then this. So it's really just two. Because you don't put anything on the back side because that's connected. Yeah, so like with Horovac, Hungarian Empire flag, like you can do religions. You can do like a Christianity flag. You can do like a Muslim, like whatever it is, and then you can do nationality flags. You can do. I mean, you have to watch out with copyright when it comes to like sports flags or like sports logos. And there's already people already buy the cardos. There's already a market for it. So if you price it right to where you still make a decent profit to pay for your effort, that's really what it is. Because this is probably going to be a lot of work to mass produce a lot of these. You already have a market. Scientology, yeah, you could do a Scientology one. There's already a market for Cenas and blue and cardos, but a cardo seems to probably be the easiest. Well, because like this is just a little background. They're moving towards this is like their flagship hardware, and you notice how they have the Pack Talk Pro and the Edge are the same hardware pretty much. I'm sure they have upgraded software, and then the Neo is I think like their base one. I'd have to look into that, but I mean if you just make this decal, you can say it's good for the Edge, Pro, and Neo, and you can make one for the Spirit and the others. But people are buying these all the time. Yeah, get some stay flats for shipping. Set up a Shopify store. Be relatively easy to do. I mean, you can even, if you want to go hardcore into it and you got really good at it, you can contact, let's say like me. I'd be like, hey, could you make a Dan the Fireman sticker? Like, here's the design I'm thinking of, or a decal. Here's a Dan, like, it'd be kind of cool to have a Dan the Fireman, and then you have it hosted on your store with like a limited inventory, like let's say 50. It's a limited drop, and then you give me an affiliate link. Whatever, because like it's my face, whatever, and then I could just promote it on here, and say you guys check it out. You could do Star Wars. Like, I mean, you're gonna start running. Disney will mess you up. Disney and Nintendo are pretty litigious. But you could do a lot. I mean, they'll just send you a cease and desist, and then you just kind of take them off the store. Hopefully that's what they start with. Well, you can do a lot. I mean, a lot of motorcycle riders like anime too. Like Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that. I bet I could whip something up this week and have my old. I might as well try it out just as like a fun thing. See if it turns out well. Post it in the Discord. Tag me. I want to see whenever you get to it. No rush. I kind of want to see what you got. Like, that'd be kind of cool. If I could do that, I wouldn't mind throwing that kind of stuff in the shop. Yeah, crickets are pretty cool. That's how it starts, me. I mean, it's a nice side hustle. I'd continue like my 9 to 5, but then like on weekends make like plan out throughout the week like what I have to make, and on weekends make it, and then ship them out like Monday to everyone, and then just keep that cycle going. And then who knows, like you're making vacation money, paying for your mortgage through the side business, and then your regular business is all you're investing in like growth. That's how it started. That's how it started for me with this. And then I did basically leave my 9 to 5 or my firefighter job. That's how it all starts. But guys, I'm going to get going. I'm going to hit upload on some of these videos. If you're a YouTube member, you'll see it a little bit early. At least one of them will be a little bit early, but I'm going to edit when I get home. I have a meeting in 13 minutes. I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to set up the meeting. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream Thursday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll do an after the ride. We'll figure out what to talk about, but maybe I'll get a good talking points on this session that I got going on here. But thank you guys for stopping by. We had three videos. It's probably going to be cut into like 4 or 5 videos total, because that last one was 48 minutes long. I like Crash Bandito NL. That was pretty fun. I liked, that was easy. I thought it was going to be a little bit harder, but it was actually pretty easy. So we'll probably be going through some of his videos. We'll mix them up. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'm going to sneak off and disappear right through here.